1027 WNEW, New York.
I have a perfect broadcasting live from beautiful Midtown Manhattan, where on a clear night you can almost see another piece of whitewater trash floating into the world of daytime TV. It's the Ron and Fez Show, and I'm your announcer, Tenacious C. Now let's introduce your hosts. Two guys who think a rainy day is the perfect excuse to sit inside and beat the one-eyed weatherman. Here they are, Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley, radio's horny homebodies.
Wow, our little announcer, Fez, what a potty mouth.
You leave our one-eyed weatherman out of this, Missy.
I just can't stop thinking about him. Sorry,
Stop it. You know, you keep playing that game, somebody's going to get effed. I'm telling you right now.
I've seen it happen. I've held ankles.
Yeah, thank you, Fez, as always.
No problem, my friend.
And that was actually even with Al Dukes last night, bound and gagged with ham in his mouth. And if you don't know what that means, that's why you should never turn off this radio program.
Exactly. You don't know what you're going to miss or what metal god from Judas Priest might stop by.
You know, one time I almost said Iron Maiden to him because I'm the anti-drunk, Fezzy.
Oh, right.
It is the Ron and Fez Show, 877-692-1027.
Good evening, everyone.
Fez, you got a little political talk for us tonight, huh? A little political stuff, huh?
A little political stuff right out of get here, Ronnie. Now, there's a Brooklyn Assemblyman Felix Ortiz. He's a Democrat, and he wants to lower the drinking age, Ronnie. The legal drinking age. He wants it back down to 18, from 21 to 18.
Now, is that just in his district, or?
I think that's everywhere.
See, I would like to see him actually just have one district that did that.
And just see how it works out.
Kidstown.
Kidstown, I would love. I would run for mayor.
Could you imagine?
Oh, I'm not a kid.
Can you imagine the business you would do in spring break alone?
Right there in Kidstown.
Or, you know, some 41 concerts where all of a sudden the kids are drinking. You see a lot less straight-edge kids awful quick, I think.
So Assemblyman Ortiz, he says these kids are drinking already.
Oh, wait, kid, let's make some money off them.
And, of course, the old argument that if a person can vote or go to war,
right,
why shouldn't they be allowed to drink? If they're old enough to do those things.
It's tough to fight that. Now, why did they suddenly say no, kids can't drink? Because of car accidents?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
And what happens is, I believe the federal government, they'll, hold the state hostages. They'll say, you're not going to get your highway money unless you go along with this whole 21 thing, and we do this nationally.
That's how they beat it.
You know, if there's a state, Texas, you want to keep it at 18 or 19 or whatever it was, you know, you're not going to get any Fed funds till you raise it.
So, this guy doesn't stand a chance in hell, right?
No, this isn't going to happen. Personally, I'd like to see everything raised to 21, whether it's driving, voting, army.
Everything except for abortions. Let's keep that as young as they need.
Let's not go crazy.
Let's keep that as young as they need. Well, here's the other thing. I'll say, and I understand if they can vote and go in the army. But unless you've been in a club with a bunch of teenagers, that's hell. You're sitting in there trying to have a nice cocktail, and they're over headbutting each other and screaming, and starting a mosh pit. You don't need that, Fez. You're trying to relax.
Sure. Now, I know the bar in my neighborhood. There's a sign on the door that says must be 25 to enter.
Gay bars, you have to be 25 to enter?
I didn't say gay bar. I said in my neighborhood.
Okay, sorry. How can they get away with that? You got to be 25. Are they a private club?
Maybe that's how they sell themselves. But it seems like if you're 21 and you're old enough to drink and be at a bar, you should be allowed to go into a bar and drink.
Yeah, if they put up, no blacks, no Irish, people would be going nuts.
Oh, God.
How can
God see it?
You could be 21 or 22 and you can't get in the Julie Sports Bar. How does that even make sense?
It's a sports bar. Who enjoys sports more than 21-year-olds?
But they're so damn loud.
Yeah, they are. So this is not going to happen.
All right, Fezzy, what age did you start drinking?
I started drinking when I was 15. I had my first beer when I was 15.
I had my first drink much, much younger, like at a ridiculously young age. But I became like a normal weekend drinker by 14. At that age, it was just assumed Friday we were getting some liquor.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I started regularly drinking. Now, when I was about 9 or 10, my sister's high school friends grabbed me and gave me shots.
Right.
So I remember that weird night.
Was that when you got felled up?
I don't believe I got felled up.
So I think a lot of people start drinking at that young age, although there's this new straight edge thing. Let me check with Rory Hamptons. Rory, what age did you become a normal drinker?
I had my first drink when I was 11, but I became a normal drinker when I was 14 and 15.
Yeah, I think, if you're going to become a problem drinker, as this show is, whether, we have people in the program and not yet in the program.
I enjoyed the program.
But, it seems like when you hit those mid-teen years, you think, why go to a movie? Why go to the dance? Why go anywhere unless we're already drunk?
I was fortunate enough to be growing full beards by the time I was 14. So I was the one who got sent in to buy the booze.
Sure. There's always
usually
nice
worked.
That guy.
Usually worked.
You were the Butchie Pasek of your neighborhood, were you? All right,
Butchie was the Fez Watley of his.
Oh, okay. All right, let me check over here with the man that really, after 5 rehabs, Fezzy.
2 of them sleepaway rehabs.
Sure. And also the human sound effects machine, Billy Staples.
He's so gross.
Billy, what age did you become a kind of every Friday and Saturday night drinker?
Probably age 12. But I remember drinking much earlier than that with my parents. But at age 12, we used to sneak out and buy beers.
So your family let you drink too?
Yeah.
Is that an Irish family?
Part, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what my family was like. It was kind of cute to them.
Yeah, it was,
now in hindsight, they're almost that HBO ecstasy dad. But the have a little bit thing, or just, just finish it. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
My parents never drank. They just never did. But the neighbor's dad drank, and that's where we would get beers when we were kids.
Yeah.
He would give us sips of his beer.
All right, so you were 12 years old. So you were drunk at a Little League game.
Yeah, actually, it was in junior high, when the football team. We went out.
He's 12 years old. He's on deck, and he's doing shots.
You're a really bad after-school special.
Yeah, but it was fun back then. But, getting chased by the cops and ditching the beers.
Oh, sure, yeah, right.
That's fun.
Keg parties in the field.
Oh, yeah.
That was always the best. That was literally the best feeling in the world, to walk out in the middle of some field or the woods and there's a keg there.
That's when drinking was just fun.
Yeah, right. It stops after, you can legally do it. And you're in those bars at yourself looking at the bottom of your drink like there's an answer there. And you spend half your time going, F her.
Looking at the clock going, I'm never getting up for work.
Yeah, this is never happening again. All right, let me check with the Tenacious C. I know you're a little bit of a party girl, C.
She's a big weed head.
I think I had my first drink when I was like 12 or 13.
So hot.
But it was more like 15 when it became...
A normal drinker?
Yeah.
What age with the weed?
Probably 16.
It's almost slutty.
What was your drink of choice back then?
Whatever we could get out of the liquor attic.
Tanqueray.
Anything we could steal.
14-year-old girl sitting around having gin and tonic.
I'll have a slow gin fizz. Girls always went for that angle.
I remember a lot of cream de menthe. It was really disgusting.
That's beautiful.
And the Boone's Farm.
Oh, yeah, Boney. Right, here's Oscar. Oscar, you're on Mount Fez.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Oscar.
Hey, when I was 3, Spanish people love to give little kids sips of beers at parties. And sometimes when you give the kid the beer, you know, they make that funny face and run away.
Yeah, it's always funny to an adult, yeah.
Yeah, but not me. I just loved it. And then it got to the point where actually I would make a fuss at a party if I didn't get any liquor.
Sure.
And it went on for about like 6 months before my godfather finally gave me a hard shot of whiskey. And that knocked me out of it.
And you stopped drinking because of that?
Yeah, well, again, I was 3 years old, and if I didn't get a sip of, if I saw an adult with a sip of beer, I would tug on them till they gave me a sip.
Okay,
and since each one thought that they were the first one giving it to me, they thought it was cool. They thought it was just cool in the game.
So you were 3 years old, and they were giving you a shot to stop your habit.
Well, no, they had to give me, a straight up shot of whiskey.
Now, today, if this came up, they would take the child away from the family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, didn't make me a bad person.
No, don't make you a bad person at all. Are you a drinker now, Oscar?
No, not really. Like, not until I was like 19 did I really start. And then the first time I actually had a shot of Glenlivet's, like, it all came right back to me.
Right, you remember it brought back 3-year-old memories?
It felt like being a toddler again.
Sure.
Well, no, as soon as somebody had recommended that I try the Glenlivet's, and as soon as I tried it, like, it just felt like, it really felt like if I was, like, back there. Because the big thing happened one time at a wedding reception, because I just started making a big fuss. I started crying and, like, just throwing a whole temper tantrum because nobody would give me a sip of beer.
Oh, my gosh, we go through the same thing with Billy on a Friday night.
You know, I don't know if you guys remember this, but in your family, when babies were teething, did they ever put whiskey on their gums? Because they did that in my family. Just rubbing a little whiskey on the baby's gums is
I think they did it with my baby brother Travis. Yeah. I don't remember getting it myself at all.
It's a fairly common thing. Here is Joe. Joe, you're on Run of Fez. Hey, Joe.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
If you enjoy drinking, you're going to answer yes to every question on that list. It's a setup. I mean, just because you enjoy more what you're doing because you're having a drink, that's because you know what you're doing. It's just because you're relaxed.
Joe, do you remember us reading a list of any kind?
You think I was talking about alcoholics, whatever, the AA thing slightly. You mentioned it, it came up briefly.
We never read the AA list or anything about it.
Yeah. Well, you talked about making it a serious issue, and I'm just saying that whole thing is meant to mess you up in the head to take yourself seriously. If you enjoy drinking
Joe,
that list, you're going to say yes to everything on that freaking list. It's
a little guilty and a little paranoid here. But no one read any questions off any list.
I was wondering, did you guys read a list or anything?
No, we didn't ask you to check anything off.
Oh, there was no list?
No, you drunk.
I was talking about a separate subject, apparently?
Yes.
Oh, well, what was I thinking?
Did you even call the right show?
Are you drunk?
I thought this guy, I was trying to lift you guys up a little bit. I figured this guy was bringing you down.
We're not Fez.
I make fun of the seriousness of it, but, I apologize.
So, Joe, in your mind, you heard somebody accusing us being of alcoholics and reading a list and giving us a test?
In my mind and in my ears, I heard the guy 2 seconds ago going, I had a problem. I was crying at my wedding, and, I just couldn't, I had everything on that,
You got that out of Oscar's phone call?
The guy 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's...
Sounds like 2 minutes.
You may be listening to a different radio station.
It's very possible. I have to check my Greek lettering.
Wow. All right, thanks, Joe.
Joe, if anyone should maybe check into any sort of program, it might be you.
That's whack.
He heard a completely different thing.
Don't worry, Ron and Fez. Any drinker would answer yes to that list. What list? The list.
I started looking through papers. Oh, where's the list?
The AA list.
Where's the list?
Let me check with Billy, who was in a 12-step program. Billy.
Billy drinks around the house.
Nice.
Is there a AA list?
Yeah, it's a test that you're supposed to take.
All right, go get that test for us off the...
okay, I'm getting it.
Out of your wallet.
Out of your wallet. He looked at it...
He said, look, Ma, 100. I finally got 100.
All they'd have to do to let him know he has a problem is hand him a mirror.
Is that part of the test? Oh, my gosh, you did have it.
Yeah. Well, you had this with you already?
No, I was already looking it up before.
All right, let me check out this list. I frequently find that my conversation centers on drug or drinking experiences. Yes, that's me.
That's true.
Yes.
I'll go ahead and say yes.
It's actually all my funny stories. But most of everybody I grew up with stories always start like this. Hey, last Saturday, we were so effed up. And no matter what it was, we went to my sister's wedding. We were so effed up. We're on the airplane, all effed up, no matter what happens.
It's a life of effed up.
And when I knew that I had a problem, I met some friends in Orlando that had come down from up north, and we went to Disney World. One ride, spent the rest of the day at the bar in one of the hotels, running back and forth to the back of the toilet for a little extracurricular activities there. Off the toilet seats.
Well, it is the happiest place on earth.
All right, I get high to deal with tension or physical stress, yeah.
Yep.
No, I don't have that one.
Most of my friends are acquaintances of people I drink or get high with, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have lost days of school or work because, yeah, of course.
Well, in the past.
I have had the shakes without, I don't know about that. Have you had the shakes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want
Do you?
No, not now, but I have.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I have, if you count the other naughty stuff. I don't think from drinking. But the other stuff, you gotta commit to. All right, I've been arrested for driving under the influence. Hello.
Nope.
Yep.
That's you, Staples. I never got a DWI. I get high or take a drink upon awakening before eating or while at school. Well, when I was in high school on the way in, you might do a doobie. But, I think you got to be an animal to be drinking.
Well, I have done it, especially with a bad hangover, to try the hair of the dog or whatever.
Right.
That's
And
made the
remember, in
wife
high
out
school,
of
you
this.
might want to do a little speed before you went in. So that's a problem.
No for me on that one.
Family members think drinking or other drugs is a problem for them. Yeah. Yeah, we all tell you that, Billy. You don't listen.
No, I don't have that one.
I have tried to quit using substances but cannot.
Yep.
Now, that would
I've never
probably...
tried quitting.
Here's the thing. That's the thing. Most people, if you just even gave it 5-6 weeks, you might be surprised. It's not as
And
easy.
how hard it is?
Yeah, it's not as easy, even if you're just a social drinker. When you take that thing, try going to a wedding without a couple of drinks and see if you stay too long. Because there's nothing worse if you're sober at a wedding.
Especially when the drinks are free.
And when you're drinking, there's nothing better when that bar finally opens.
Or be around here on a Friday night when you're the only non-drunk one. Oh, my God, you'd be surprised how difficult it is sometimes. Alpha double up or gulp drinks? Sure. Again, you got to get there first. You get to the wedding, hit a couple at the bar, and then start to walk around with a drink.
You know what I used to do at the wedding? They give you these little drink cups. I used to go bring the water glass back to the bartender and said, don't use those little glasses. Just bring back the big water glass.
Classy. Nice.
I regularly hide alcohol and drugs from those close to me. Yeah, I had to do that because I'm not sharing everything. How about somebody else buys a bundle? Is that a big problem here, Flat? I often take a drink or drugs to get ready for a social occasion. Again, yeah, that's probably most people.
Mm-hmm.
That they're going to have a drink because it's the office party. They wouldn't be drinking that night, but you're at the office party, you have a drink.
So you want to, get yourself in the mood.
Loosen up.
To deal with those people.
Definitely loosen up, or because you have the opportunity. I don't know if that makes you an alcoholic. My drinking or use of drugs has led to conflict with my friends or family member. Well, anybody who hasn't had a fight when they're drinking really doesn't drink.
Or when you come home after drinking.
Sure.
Boy, you checked them all off, huh, Bill?
Yeah, I'm doing good so far.
Yeah. It's the first thing you ever got 100% on in this life.
A+, Ma.
All right, here's Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dan.
Hello, boys.
Yeah.
I grew up in a Jewish household, so of course I've been drinking wine my entire life. And when the baby is 8 days old at his breast, they give him a little bit of wine to numb the pain. So
Yeah, they're going to need more than wine to numb that pain.
I don't know.
That's the age they should be giving out morphine.
Well, you're 8 days old. You don't really feel it. You don't remember it.
The baby cries. How could they not feel it?
I don't know. Do you remember feeling pain before you were maybe a year old?
That doesn't mean that you didn't feel it at the time.
And that the trauma isn't getting embedded on some deep cell level.
Do you think it is, Fez?
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that believe that.
You know why? That's because if you see somebody, like in a movie, get whacked in the crotch, in the junk, you still cover yourself up. That's
because you've seen it happen before.
Yeah, you know.
Or you think it goes all the way back to when they...
Yeah, it goes all the way back like that. Any guy that has a fear of knives, I'm sure that goes back to that.
All right, here's...
That's the day we learned to cringe.
Here's Mark. Mark, you're on Fez.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
Just bringing back some good memories here listening to this stuff. I remember I think it was 7th grade, and they had that Sarah T., the teenage alcoholic movie they made us watch in health class.
That was Mr. T's daughter.
No, wait. There was a hot chick who starred in that. Did they actually make her bark and lick her out of a bowl? Because I think I remember this one.
This sounds like the best movie of all time.
Well,
I think it was Linda Blair.
Wow, that would make sense. That sounds like a Linda Blair project.
The funny thing is we had one of the bad girls was in our class, and she brought in a bottle of vodka and was passing it around the back. So during the teenage alcoholic movie, everybody was taking shots of vodka.
It's like you're in one of the scenes.
I'll tell you, we are talking to a guy tonight. There's a new documentary that I guess he shot in '86, Fez.
Right. It's called Heavy Metal Parking Lot.
Heavy Metal Parking Lot from the '80s, and this was outside a Judas Priest show, and everybody was effed up.
In one form or another. They're just not. And these guys took their cameras around and just talked to everyone. Practically incoherent.
Hey, Mario. Mario, you're on Fez.
Hey, Mario.
Hey, what's up,
buddy? Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I think they left something off that list. I think if your last name begins in a O or a Fitz, I believe you're also
You're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Thanks, sit.
Later.
Might be one of the signs. You never know.
Yeah, I'd pretty much bet on that one. Here is Tony. Tony, you're on Fez.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
So you left a question off that list, I think.
What's that?
Asking if your drinking has led you to wipe yourself with someone's paycheck.
That would be Billy.
Billy might be the only one that's ever crossed that one off.
I know now that joking with fecal matter is never justified.
Hi, Billy.
I got to read an instant feedback here, Fezzy. It's a little bit sad by a guy named Daniel.
Oh, all right. We'll see what's going on.
Talking about teenage drinking. This is what he wrote to us. He says, Ron and Fez, did you guys ever have anyone get hurt in an accident driving drunk from a field party? We had 2 girls that left, one drunk, and got in a wreck. Everyone wore ribbons to school and felt sorry for them because they were both in wheelchairs. The next school year, they could walk again, and everyone made fun of them, just like before. Ain't high school great? Thank you, Daniel.
Wow. That really puts it in perspective. Any of you kids listening, I hope you take that to heart.
Hey, John, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that the girl from the Sarah T movie was Valerie Bertinelli, Van Halen.
Really? Who actually married an alcoholic? Was she hot in it?
Yeah, she was pretty young. You know, Mark Hamill was in that movie, too.
Is that right?
Nice.
Yeah.
How was he? Was he hot in it?
Stop it, Fez. Stop that laugh.
A crazy laugh. 877-692-1027.
Now, you have to admit this. Young girls getting drunk, they look so hot. Now, an older woman, they look like crap when they're drunk.
That's weird. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I wonder what the cutoff is. Because, I mean, just picture him in the same position, just passed out like on the floor on the bed.
Right.
Young girl, skirt up, passed out.
Right.
Or 60-year-old woman, passed out, skirt up on the floor.
All right, let's do this here. All right, now I want all the guys to visualize this, okay? All the guys on the show. Matter of fact, everybody who's out in the hall, come in and help me visualize this. Give me some visualization music, too. Would you, Hawk? Anything that's going to help everybody. And I don't want to hypnotize you guys on the show, but I do like to prove a point, okay? Because... You know, Fez has brought that up, that, something that just sounds new agey. There you go.
There you go.
It'll help
fine.
with the visualization process.
All right. Get me loaded there. Okay, we got all the guys in?
Yeah, everybody, and kind of close your eyes as we're doing it. No, this isn't it. This isn't new agey. You know, new agey, like a piano thing that's just spacey. We don't have any of that kind of music?
I know we should because we always ask for it.
Right.
So we should definitely have some.
How could we not have this? But all of a sudden he's giving me some southern soulful music because it's on a Moby disc. You can't visualize that. You need that real weird kind of a synthesizer thing.
You have something here?
No, let's try this. It's a little... All right, let's bring it down a little bit. It stinks, but we're going to try. But after this, we're going to need stuff that we can visualize.
Like we always effing say.
All right, now here's what we're going to do, just to show the different cutoff dates, guys. And clear your minds. I want all the producers just clear your minds. And I want you to visualize a very drunk Tenacious C. She's staggering around. She's kind of falling out at the top of her skirt. You know, she's giggling and nothing. And finally she passes out, and her skirt just like flops up, and she's laying there. You're actually going to think to yourself, oh, my God, that is so hot. Now, picture the same situation, but replace Tenacious C with Tasteless Ginny. And there she is.
Okay.
You get it?
Uh-huh. Okay. How old are you, C?
23.
You're 23. All right, so we know the cutoff date is somewhere between 23 and 65 now. We know it's somewhere there. We've got to figure it out.
Here's Andrew. Andrew, you're on Ron and Fez.
Wow, my knees are still weak.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, when I was growing up, I would go to my grandparents' house, and they were like right off the boat from Italy, you know?
Nice.
And for dessert, they would fill up a glass with halfway with wine and then cut up peaches and put inside it, and that was dessert as a kid. It was great.
So it's kind of a sangria thing for dessert?
Yeah.
And how old were you?
I don't know, like 7, 8 years old.
See, the Europeans have no problem with that at all. The kids are having wine with dinner. They're having beers with dinner.
Yeah, because it's not enough to really get drunk, but you get a little buzz.
Yeah, but I don't know. You've got to figure that there's more drunks in Europe than there is here. Wouldn't you guess, Fuzz?
Yeah, because it's just constant. It's nonstop.
Yeah. And they're terrible at it.
And they will, they have no problem missing the rest of the day at work or whatever.
Right.
Taking a day off. Just getting drunk.
I mean, we're talking about...
Falling under a table at a party.
But you're talking about the Italians who basically drink to have food with. And the French are the same way. But then go up a little further and look at those Scottish people, the Irish people, the English people. They drink like there's no tomorrow.
There's no feast involved there.
No.
The white trash of Europe.
Yeah, they are. And then they'll actually even skip meals because they're drunk. And just headbutt each other instead of having some food. Here's Ted. Ted, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Hey, Ted. Hey, buddy.
I'm just calling to say that I started liking it when I was 5 years old. When my pop used to give me a shot, a whiskey.
He would give you a shot of whiskey at 5?
Yeah, we sneak it, during the family parties. And it was a good time, me and my cousins and stuff, and it was always fun,
Uh-huh.
It was so much fun that when we were 12, we broke into a house, and instead of stealing jewelry, we stole the liquor.
Sure.
Talk about fun.
Yeah, they talk about fun. But,
so that was just a straight shot. It wasn't like a mixed drink or anything. Just
no, it was a straight shot of whiskey. Yeah, he give you a couple little sips, and it made you feel fun,
Sure.
Made the fun time, and then you like the buzz that went along with it. So that's why you.
I think they found out you broke into that house.
Yeah, well, that's all right. There was a cop asleep in a chair. My buddy went to take the cop's hat because he figured he left it, but there was a cop underneath it. He was sleeping.
All right, thanks, Ted. Well, you better deal with your life there, buddy. You got phones ringing and stuff going on.
Sirens going off.
Here's
answer one of them.
Here's Anthony. Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Anthony.
What's up? 13503 tonight.
All right, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, what's up, buddy? I was in Amsterdam last year. Of course, a lot of the substances are legal over there.
Right.
But you could always tell who the Americans are because they're the ones stumbling around like crazy. Because over there, as much as the substances are prevalent and legal, it's not as abused as it is by us.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe because of it's legal that they don't have to use it in such quantities. Because over there, they smoke pot mixed with tobacco. Meanwhile, the Americans are there choking their brains out, trying to get as wrecked as they can.
All right, but how many cigarettes mixed with tobacco are they smoking with pot and tobacco? Are they having 15 or 20 a day, or?
No, they go into the coffee house, and it would be usually three of the guys, 3 kids. You have to be 18, 3 or 4 kids sharing one, or 2 kids, sharing one,
right.
Joint. Whereas the Americans it was like me and my brother smoking 3 or 4 joints in a sitting.
Now, what do those joints cost you over there?
A gram, well, now they got the euro. I don't know. A gram over there was 25 gilda, which was like $12.50. But you can only buy per person 2 grams per transaction. So.
Yeah, but you could just go from bar to bar, right?
Exactly. But I mean, the stuff there is so potent that, you know, we were out of our mind. But the people that the natives there, you know, they would smoke and then get on their bikes and ride around like nothing was going on.
Exactly. What's going on in Amsterdam? It's not like they're leading the world market in anything.
Well, space cakes.
I'm out of here, guys.
That's it. They're doing very well in space cakes, Fezzy. Hey, Maddie. Maddie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Maddie.
How you doing?
Yeah.
See, my parents never, ever let me even touch, smell, taste any alcohol as a kid. But I've been a hardcore abuser since I was 13. And that's what I think led to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly true. There's a lot of people that are like Southern Baptist or whatever, and it doesn't mean that they're not going to have some party Leonard Skinner kid.
You know, my
parents
weren't religious or anything, but,
right.
You know, they kept me away from it.
But did they act like, did they kind of mythify it by talking about it? You know, did they turn it into something cool by...
Well, you know, they drank. They still drink, but they never let me, you know, touch or smell it.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. They say that if your parents drink, you're more likely to drink. And if your parents are alcoholics, and you would think that would drive you away, you're more likely to be an alcoholic. If you have parents that abuse alcohol, you're probably more likely to abuse.
I'm full-fledged.
Yeah. But at the same case, isn't
hardcore.
it? Yeah. You know, you can't start blaming it, I don't think, on anything other than each person. They have to know who they are and be able to handle yourself no matter what it is.
I always think of that Todd Marinovich kid. Was with the Raiders.
Yeah.
And never had a bad thing in his life. His dad was so strict with him. The kid never had a Big Mac, never mind a beer or a joint. Made it to the NFL and went nuts.
Yeah.
Just went insane. Did everything.
The minute he had his own personal freedom, right?
Yeah. The minute he was out on his own, had his own money. Big money.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't hide a kid from the world. You know, they say you're better off to just be a little honest with him.
What, Rory Hamptons?
Well, I realized when I turned 21, I've been drinking heavily until I turned 21. And once I turned 21 and we could go out to the bars, all our friends were kind of like, you know, we're 21 now we're allowed to drink. And it's like, what's the big deal?
You and your buddies just stayed home and made out?
No, I mean,
nice.
we still went out to the bars, but it wasn't as you know.
Gay bars?
No, it was regular bars. Lots of women in them.
Sure.
Tomorrow's Rory's birthday.
By women? You mean cross-dressing guys?
No, they were all women.
With penises.
No. Well, I didn't check every single one of them, but I'm sure a couple of them were.
Okay, Roy, I don't know your point of this, and we're not getting.
I don't understand.
We're not going for a gay angle right now. What we were trying to do, we were talking about should the drinking age be dropped to 18? Would be more problems or less? I'll tell you, Fez, you've come up with a good point that maybe this, if you want to drink at 18, you can't drive. You get one license or another. You get a driver's license or you get a drinking license.
Oh, nice. Wow, I wonder what most kids would go for. Boy, I would hope driving.
And if you get caught doing either one, you lose both till you're 25.
There you go. Can't do either. I love it. Take that to Felix Ortiz.
So, because you can't have a kid out on the road. And one thing about being younger, you do feel like you can drink and drive. That's the only way I could actually drive to the shore. I wasn't about to make that ride straight.
My niece is a maniac. She just turned 18, and I don't trust her to do a thing. I couldn't imagine. She drives poorly. She's already been in 2 accidents, and I can't imagine her, with a drink. She's so bad at everything already. I can't imagine her, under the influence.
I'm just glad she's not listening tonight, because she'd be crying at her house. Why is Auntie Fezzi talking this way? So you're saying if it was up to you, she wouldn't be driving?
No, not even at 18 she would be driving.
What age would you let her drive?
21. And even then, I'd have to wait till 21.
Yeah, I'd go to 24 with her. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. It is the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, 102.7 WNEW.
Ron and Fez here telling you about Tommy K's 3. They got a brand new location. It's on Route 59 in Nanuet. They're the vitamin and sports supplement wholesale store.
Fezzy, we got a bunch of stuff dropped off for us. Some different kinds of teas that are going to jack us up.
Nice. Stuff we need.
And stuff to cleanse our body. Cleanse the toxins out of our body.
Oh, thank you, Brent. Brent's in charge over there at Tommy K's 3, and he's going to give you the very best personal fitness advice. Brent knows what he's doing, and he's taking care of us.
Matt, actually, I'd like to get a lot of our boxers on this for the Big Ass Night of Fights.
That's a good idea. Big Ass Night of Fights 2 coming up.
Brent is actually the best person to talk to. Tommy K's 3, Fezzy. Now, you can save hundreds of dollars a year just by shopping at Tommy K's 3. And anyway, you don't have to wait for special sales, first Tuesday of the month, or shop on the Internet. Prices are so good, we're not even allowed to say them on the air.
Love to know what's going on over there at Tommy K's 3.
Well, it's a situation. That's all you got to do. This is a situation that works out for you, the consumer, Fez. But you start poking around and asking questions, and the prices might have to go back up.
See, that's why I'm glad I don't know anything.
When you go, yeah, exactly.
I don't want to know.
They're right. And if anybody asks you, what do you know?
I know nothing.
Right.
Not a thing.
I'm saying this. Hey, all I can give you is one name, Brian, at Tommy K's 3.
Sure.
I don't know where he's getting it from. That's where I'm getting it from.
Now, these prices are 20 to 60% less than other vitamin shops, and it's every day on every product.
I'm terrified the cops are going to find out about this and make me go in there to Brian at Tommy K's 3, and then you went wearing a wire.
Oh, no.
Leaving there with some kind of amino acid or something.
Tommy K's 3, 208 East Route 59 in Nanuet, headed towards Spring Valley up in Rockland County, New York. It's in a small shopping center right near Stilettos.
All right, Roy, what do you got for us there?
This is what Tommy K dropped off for us. It's
Tommy K's 3?
Yes. He dropped off a green tea leaf extract for us to test out.
What's that
what's that
going to
do?
Read the back of it. Find out what that does for us. I like to get healthy quick. All right, you got a problem with that, Rory?
No, I have no problem with it.
Get you an extra pair of glasses.
It says it's...
Or make those thicker.
It's supposed to give you energy and clean out your system and everything.
That's good.
Nice.
That's what I need.
That's all the good stuff then. What else we get?
We got a Protein Delight, which is made with real chocolate. That's supposed to give you energy.
Really? We're getting a lot of energy now.
And
Hand me the chocolate.
And a TNT tea.
TNT tea.
Or just TNT.
TNT.
Yes.
I get you.
And that's a dietary supplement, which is it's just a tea.
All right.
It's a drink.
We know what tea is. We know you drink it. Ass face.
I'll say this, you sell like an F. Tommy K's 3. Fezzy, it's fantastic.
It's in Nanuet. For more information, for direction to Tommy K's 3, or mail order even, give him a call, 845-623-7373. It's 845-623-7373. That's for Tommy K's 3.
1027 WNEW, New York.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
We're on a Fez, 877-692-1027.
Who does his birthday song?
This is Cracker.
I like this song so much.
It's a great song.
Happy birthday to our buddy Miles, Fez.
Happy birthday, Miles.
Big 1-3.
Nice. Teenagers.
Yeah, sure.
We got a teenager on our hands,
we got
Ronnie.
a teenager now.
No more babies.
No more babies, Lay.
How's that a miracle?
Milo. And Earl, Miles, named after the saint of your people, right? If black people had saints. If black people had saints, who would the saints be?
Oh, that's such a good question.
Miles Davis.
Duke Ellington.
You think Duke?
Count Basie.
Anybody outside sports and, let's say, get them outside sports, music, and peanuts. And who would be a black saint?
Martin Luther King.
Junior?
Junior.
Or his dad? Martin Luther King.
Actually, Senior wasn't too bad either. But
I would actually say this if I was
Malcolm X.
Martin Luther is my dad.
That would be nice.
Now, don't you have to pick one or the other, Martin Luther King Jr. or Malcolm X?
Not really. I don't. But most people prefer one or the other.
Yeah.
It's like right down
If
the
you
middle.
had to pick. If you had to pick.
Martin Luther King.
Yeah. I'll give you another black saint.
Would you give it to Rosa Parks? Black sainthood.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You know why, Fezzy? She wants a view. That's the thing that people don't understand. The woman wanted a view.
I thought it was because her feet's hurt.
Why can't you just say feet? Why add the plural? All right, let's go on, Earl. All right, so was Rosa Parks in for you?
Yeah, Rosa Parks would be in.
St. Rosa Parks.
Yeah.
St. Rosa Parks.
Who else?
God.
Bojangles? Bojangles Robinson?
No Bill Robinson.
Yeah. Wasn't he the first really rich black entertainer?
Yeah, he was like one of the highest.
Yeah.
He was one of the highest paid stars in Hollywood.
Period. He was huge. Okay, so is he in Bojangles?
I wouldn't. No.
All right, here's another name for you. Would this be a black saint? Slappy White.
For me, yes.
For me, yes.
All right, what about Pig Meat?
What about Red Fox?
Red Fox I got no problem with.
And Richard Pryor, obviously. That's a given.
On Esther?
LaWanda Page.
Is Ann Esther going to be a black saint? That's the problem there.
Saint LaWanda.
Saint, because, you know, you're forgetting she was also in Fridays.
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
All right, there's another one, Big Worm.
Saint Worm.
Look up Big Worm's actual name, because he has a great name in real life. And he was just in the movie Made with the Swingers guys, and he effing killed. I was dying. Go pick up the DVD, Fezzy. I know you're not crazy about DVDs.
Right.
Because there's outtakes, and Big Worm is cracking up.
Oh, nice.
And I watched the outtakes, had tears coming out of my eyes.
Not crazy about DVDs yet, but I'm crazy about Big Worm.
Yeah. Everybody loves Big Worm. I think he should be a saint.
His name is Faison Love.
Faison Love. I love it. He looks like a Faison Love.
They actually say Faison Love. So I know we made that up. So Saint Faison Love. Hey, Rick, you're on Fez.
Hey, Rick. What's up?
Yeah.
Okay, Sammy Davis Jr.
Would Sammy Davis Jr. be a saint for you?
Yes, absolutely.
No, thank you very much. Here's a Sammy Davis Jr. story you won't believe. All right, he's playing Vegas, right, Fez, back in the day, which would have had them in, what, 60s, late 50s? He goes out and uses the pool. Now, he's the headliner. They actually come out, the guys who own the hotel, what the F are you doing in the pool? They kick him out of the pool. Then they drain the pool.
No way.
And put new water in.
Bad enough to kick him out, but then to drain it and clean it.
They did that to Dorothy Dandridge. They would not let her swim in the pool, so she just dipped her toe in and like kicked the water up. Just to kind of thumb their nose at it and then drain the pool.
Unbelievable.
Were they afraid the color was going to come off at that point?
And you wonder why we riot. And when I say we, I'm throwing myself in with the black people. Because I think of myself that way sometimes. All right, who else we got as a black saint?
Booker T. Washington.
Please, with the Booker T.
No,
Okay?
Booker T.
The guy
Jones.
from the WWF?
No.
I like to do Booker T and the MGs. I'd rather go
Booker
with...
T. Jones. That's
The 5-time WCW champion?
That Booker T?
No, not that.
Oh, you didn't say that.
Tell me.
You did not just say Booker T. I'd have no problem with that Booker T.
I'd have to St. Harlem Heat together, Earl.
Yeah. All right, here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez. We're looking for black saints. If black people ever decide to have saints like Catholics do.
I think it's a great idea. Hey,
Thank
Mike.
you.
Yeah, what about Huey P. Newton?
What do you think of Huey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
now, if we do Huey, we got to do Dewey and then all the rest of them?
no, not that Huey.
That's a different Huey?
That's a different Huey.
All right, now he started the Black Panthers?
Bobby Seale. With Bobby Seale.
Now, Bobby Seale was the guy in the Chicago thing, right?
I think Chicago 7, yeah.
Yeah, he was part of the Chicago 7. After that, years later, moved back home to Philadelphia where he grew up, started a barbecue sauce place.
Nice.
And did very well for himself. And then, you see all these pictures of him. He was the brother bound and gagged at the Chicago 7. Actually, I think, didn't they start in the Chicago 8 and then they had to kick him out?
Yeah.
Or somebody out. So, I mean, that's that whole Crosby, Stills and Nash song with When Your Brother's Bound and Gagged. That's him. And then later, he's starting off delicious barbecue sauce. Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez. We're looking for black saints.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim.
Anyone can take, like, Frederick Douglass, but I think, like, Stymie or Farina, maybe.
What do you think of Stymie as a saint?
I'll pass.
For me personally, I vote yes.
Nice.
Now, do you have to get 100% to get into sainthood? I don't know what the Catholics do on that.
I think you have to pull off a couple miracles, don't you?
They're not easy. All right, here's, you got to come back and you got to help people and all that.
Then that's Stymie and Farina. I'm sorry.
I'll tell you right now, and I hate to say it, but I ain't picking Farina. I'm picking Stymie And that's it. I'm voting straight stymie ticket.
I still don't know if Farina was a boy or a girl.
And that's
I
my
do
other...
not know.
And he was too big, where Stymie was small and surprisingly fast.
And you're outside. Put on something other than a nightshirt, for heaven's sakes.
Rick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ribbons.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
But
You're forgetting the patron saint of Jewish hotel circuit, Saint Nipsey Russell.
Nipsey Russell, I would say sainthood, just based on his great work during Match Game.
That was good, to tell the truth.
Remember this? Before we can start with the game, Nipsey, do you have a poem for us?
Yes, I do.
Brussels sprouts, Brussels sprouts. He was always funny.
And I think he's a better poet than Maya Angelou. His stuff rhymed.
Yeah, he was a funnier poet.
Yeah.
And everybody's glad to see Nipsey Russell. Now, I saw him not too long ago on 8th Avenue. Looks exactly the same. Like he's a vampire.
For some reason, Nipsey Russell isn't aging.
And I go like this. Hey, Nipsey. As soon as I'm going on, I go, hey, Nips. And he goes like this. Shh, shh, shh. Like, please, if you say my name, I'll be crowded and I won't be able to go about my day. That's in his mind where he's at. And I'm going to trust me, Nipsey. Anyone younger than me doesn't remember you. I'm the last one. My actual birthday is the last one that's going to remember you.
You could have started a stampede.
Here's, all right, Joe, Earl wants us to find black saints.
Hey, what's up, Ron? Hey, Fez.
Yeah.
Hey,
Joe.
Joe.
You want to talk about miracles? How about Saint Simpson cut his ex-wife's head off and killed her boyfriend? That's a saint.
Well, you know, here's the other thing. You're forgetting about the 2,000-yard season, which was only in, 14 games?
Yes.
I mean, I know the guy killed his wife. But other than that, look what he did to Notre Dame every year.
Maybe we could saint him and then just take it back.
I would love that.
Saint him for the work in the NFL and at USC.
All right, we'll leave it up to you, Earl. Would you let him in, OJ?
No. No, OJ. Jim Brown, yes. OJ, no.
Yeah, because Jim Brown only throws them out of windows. He doesn't kill them.
Allegedly.
The ledge was real.
Allegedly.
Here's Tommy.
Yeah, what's up, players?
Hey, player.
Yo, it's the Uptown Saturday Night, Bill Cosby. Give me that yellow ported bomb. Yeah.
What do you think of Bill Cosby as a saint?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially, for a lot of his cartoon work.
Well, that's Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier, you went in?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't he get enough of that honorary Oscar? Plus the one he won?
All right, I got one for you. Gelman. Not Gelman, but who's the one that Oprah's married to or hangs around?
Oh, Stedman. Stedman is one smooth brother.
All right, now here's a saint that we could have given sainthood and then taken it back as a black saint. Michael Jackson. I would give 10-year-old Michael Jackson anything he wanted.
Yeah.
But as he got older and whiter and weirder, it cost him sainthood, black sainthood.
Yeah, if you're going to saint Michael Jackson, then the statue outside his church is going to have to be Jackson 5 Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that would be mine.
Let's face some facts.
Yeah.
Wide nose and big fro.
Yeah, I got no problem with that.
What about Sly Stone?
Yeah, I would do that for fro alone. And also for this song, well, too. Is this what you're singing to yourself whenever there's Thanksgiving or baptism in your neighborhood?
Yeah, it comes to my head every once in a while.
One child grows up to be. This is the greatest song of all time.
Hey, turn it up.
Yeah, really, we should.
One child.
Maybe we play this every time.
Do you want to come to the ring to this, Earl?
Yes.
Another child grows up to be somebody you just love to burn.
I don't know if there's a child I want to burn. Lisa, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Lisa.
Buckwheat.
Lisa, if you're not going to take this serious, we're going to let...
because it was like a patron saint for children.
But Stymie's going to go in.
Black child actor.
Stymie was OG. He was original. He was the original gang.
That bald head and that bowler.
Yeah, he was great. Buckwheat was almost a cartoon. Hey, Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Tom.
I was thinking of somebody who actually transcended sports, and that was Muhammad Ali. But if you want to go, sports and music, Jimi Hendrix certainly, and go ahead, throw in Flip Wilson.
I can't let you do the whole entire thing, sir.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
All right,
We have
Tom.
a lot of callers that want to play.
I confess.
You have to learn to share.
I'm going to bed.
All right, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Good night, buddy. Ale, see you in?
Absolutely. He's the man.
How about Flip Wilson?
Yes, absolutely.
Geraldine separately?
Yes. Because I honestly believe that that's his own.
I say Geraldine, but the devil made me do it.
And then when we would watch that, my dad would go, that's really Flip Wilson.
I'm going to tell my boyfriend killer on you.
Here's Tommy. Tommy, you're on a Fez.
Hey, Tommy.
Big ass 2232.
Okay, man. All right, brother.
How about Saint, I eat my own poo. Poo king.
It's got to stop. Who's on the effing phones?
Alice.
I don't want Pooh getting through again.
All right.
It's immature and stupid. And we're trying to do a bit here.
It's not funny.
When has it ever been funny?
Never.
Hey, James, you're on a Fez.
Hey, James.
Hello. How are you, sir?
Who's this?
Be advised of all the African Americans ever in history. I believe James Earl Jones, deserved sainthood.
I love it.
Thank you.
We'll leave it up to Earl.
I would say also just for his work in The Great White Hope. One of my favorite movies of all time.
I love Claudine. Plays the garbage man.
I love it when he just says, "This is CNN."
Is that him?
Mm-hmm.
I can never tell. I always thought that was Darth Vader.
Same guy.
Huh?
You're saying James Earl Jones is Lord of the Sith?
You're saying that Anakin is black?
I know he's not.
Now
I've seen the commercials. He's a white kid.
Who were the black guys in Star Wars? You had
Lando Calrissian
and Chewbacca. Those were the two,
right?
I don't know the Samuel Jackson character, but he's been in the last two.
Jabba the Hutt, would you say black?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Yella, anyway. Yeah, but you're right. Sam Jackson as Mace Windu.
Hey, Dave, you're on Ron and Fez. We're trying to pick Black Saints for Earl.
All right, how about Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, and Mother Effa?
All right. You know, I'm just going to do this.
I think Billy should...
White people are so scared of black people.
Am I disgust? I ended up hitting the Chokey Award.
I wish he had gotten the Chokey Award.
Who is on the phones tonight letting these kind of things through? First Joe Poo and then that. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, guys, card member 1801. Hoo-ah! How about Al Jolson?
Al Jolson actually was the first wigger. I think, in my opinion, Al Jolson first. Now, what the hell was that ever about? Let's go out and do a show and put shoe polish on our face. And are they pretending they were black? I never understood
the history
what
of the
the
minstrel
hell
show.
they were doing.
I mean, even when you're doing a minstrel show and you're getting blackface, I mean, they had to realize that black people weren't that black.
Well, black people also had to wear blackface.
They were also wearing the black face. That was their makeup, which was a way for them to sneak into some shows where people go, wow, this white guy's great, but it wasn't really. It was a black guy pretending to be white, pretending to be black.
So odd.
It was the strangest thing we've ever done.
What a weird thing to have to do.
That's right up there with George Washington wearing a powdered wig, which I never got. Not even to make yourself look younger. Make it, guys that are 30 wearing an old gray crazy wig. Like someone's grandmother.
Don't the British judges still wear the powdered wigs?
Yeah. And what's that tell you?
Exactly. A whole row of Ian McKellens.
And have somebody find out why we ever did blackface. Why Al Jolson did blackface. Would you write? Hey, Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody is 9377 here.
But
what about Meadowlark Lemon?
Meadowlark
Hey, Meadowlark.
If I'm going to pick any of the Globetrotters, it would be Meadowlark.
What about Will Chamberlain?
What about Curly?
Curly Neal.
Curly, yeah.
Who was literally, as they said, the best ball handler in the world. I don't know how that came up, but they said it, and then I repeated it to my friends.
On and off the court.
All right, here's Andy. Andy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Andy.
All right, cool. How about
Rochester.
Jack?
Jack Benny's partner.
Yeah.
This guy, there was a time they didn't blackface him, they whitefaced him. Because he got so scared of seeing spirits that he would, like, freak.
Why is that? When you get really scared, or you'll turn white.
And your eyes will bug out.
All right, what about James Brown?
Absolutely.
He's in. Well, he's the hardest working man, the sanctum. LL Cool J?
He hasn't earned it yet.
But ladies love
Cool James.
What about Moms Mabley?
Oh.
Yeah. Kind of like, she's kind of on the female part of Richard Pryor.
Mm-hmm. What about Clarence Williams III?
Nice Link. Link from Mod Squad.
Solid.
And let's not forget the great work he did in Purple Rain, as he plays the confused father. I would die for you. I would die for you. And then Prince went on to write that song after seeing his dad doing that for some odd reason in the cellar. What about Prince?
Yes. Absolutely.
Saint Prince.
Saint Symbol.
All right, here's Jay. Jay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, Jay.
I can't believe nobody mentioned Barry White.
Barry White in?
He's got the build. You can make a little Buddha statue out of him.
That wouldn't be bad. So the more Buddhists, there's a lot of black Buddhists like Tina Turner.
I would love to do that, to just go rub Barry White's belly for luck. That would be the best.
Here is JR. JR, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, JR.
Ron and Fez, how are you? Eminem is mine.
Could Eminem fit in?
No.
But actually, he could be the saint that white people enjoy in black culture. All right, here's Sal. Sal, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Sal.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey,
what
buddy.
about Shaft?
Shaft.
Ooh, John Shaft.
Yeah. Absolutely. He was a bad mother.
Hey, shut your mouth.
Thanks, guys.
He just talked about Shaft.
Oh, I can dig it. Here is, this is also, this is what you ought to come to the ring to. And we just started way early. You don't make people just go crazy. We'll have all the lights out.
The intro's longer than the song.
Are you going to pull that gimmick where you just make everyone wait and wait?
I hate that in boxing. Who was that guy? Prince Hasim? Entrance was longer than the fight.
He's got the money.
That can't be right. The thing you handed me, Billy, which also look what it's off of, it just doesn't even make sense. Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Butters.
Hey, buddy. Hey, go, buddy.
I got the rap group NWA.
What's that stand for? I never know.
Niggers with Attitude.
Oh.
I love that group, Niggers with Attitude. I also got the Junkyard Dog and Robert Guillaume, Benson, because everybody loves Benson.
The Junkyard Dog who wrestled for the NWA.
And was JYD. JYD goes in.
Oh, yeah. He's got to. Earl, please.
We love JYD.
Grab them cakes.
Any other black wrestlers?
Black wrestlers, Rocky Johnson.
What about this?
Brazil.
Do you let Coco Beware in? Because he kind of was doing a minstrel show with that bird.
With his bird, Frankie.
Wanted to shoot that bird.
But he was a high flyer. And wore baggy pants.
And for some reason, his finishing move was called the Ghostbuster. Why?
I say Coco Beware gets in because he's nice to children and lets them dance with him as well.
And hold that bird.
Although they look so geeky out there. Here is Lou. Lou, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Lou.
Hey, what's up? 11347.
All right, buddy.
Hey, how about the inventor of the cotton gin, Eli Whitney?
That's not Ali Whitney. That's Eli's white guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I hear, though? Eli's coming.
Oh, nice.
Scary. Scary, isn't it?
Well, you want to be ready.
Here is Joe. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, what about Saint Mandingo?
Yeah, Ken Norton.
That nigga used to bang all the white chicks.
we don't have to. Let me just say this.
White people are so scared of black people.
Now, everybody cried when Mandingo got knocked into the hot soup.
He got shot into the
hot soup.
They
But-
shot him.
And we all-
starving.
Who was the girl that he banged? Was it
Susan George.
Was it St. George?
No,
Just George?
just George.
I thought he was with Phyllis George for a while.
Huh.
What, in the movie Mandingo?
No.
No, in real
It's
life.
still the greatest movie
In real
ever.
soup.
It's the greatest movie ever. Who was you got a problem with your fighter? Who was the it was like a big actor, was the old man.
James Mason?
Yes,
There
James
you go.
Mason is in Mandingo. Man, what he wouldn't do for a paycheck. Here's Ian. Ian, you're on Run of Fez.
Hello, Ian.
Hey, buddies.
Buddy.
I got two. I got the super freak himself, Rick James.
All right, first of all, let's just relax and let that one in.
He's got to go in.
He's got to go in for this song alone.
And for his extracurricular activities.
Right. Keeping
And
the
the
bitches
big-
down.
He's the patron saint of hostages.
And the biggest black movie star of all times, King Kong. Get the cut ready.
All right. See, we were doing so...
White people are so scared of black people.
I'm not going to deal with that, okay? All right, here's some other names for you, Earl. Don King. Yeah.
No, he ripped off too many fighters.
He was awful nice to me and Fez in Vegas. He took care of us. He got his suites.
Right.
That guy...
We didn't pay for a thing in Vegas.
You know, I thought...
Not a thing in Vegas.
I thought he was a rip-off artist until he flew us out to Vegas 3 times. After that, I thought he was the finest man alive.
First class.
The Don King. Everything was first class.
Yep.
Food, everything. And we just praised him on the air. Like, this is going to be the greatest fight of all time.
Just had that big grin on his face.
Only
He's
in
nice,
America.
yeah.
Trying to figure out who would be eligible for black sainthood. 877-692-1027.
Here's Richard. Richard, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Richard.
Hey guys, big ass 9800, baby.
Buddy.
How about Huggy Bear?
Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch.
Antonio Fargas.
Yeah, there
Come
you go.
on, oh, get him in there.
All right, who was the one from Beretta's show?
Yeah, what was his equivalent?
Oh, God,
Was he Sugar somebody?
he was a pimp.
Yeah, they're all pimps.
They're all pimps.
I thought he was Sugar something.
I remember Sweet Daddy from Good Times.
Sweet Daddy.
Hi, sweets.
Here's, I said we just throw them all in and they have to share a sainthood.
Okay.
Anyone who's ever played a pimp. Here's Chad. Chad, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, what's up, boys? I got a couple. I got
All right, let's
one.
go one at a time.
All right, the first one is Al Green.
All right, let's
Oh,
just,
the Reverend.
Let's relax and let this in for a second. For that right there. Let's stay together. I like anybody who'll whisper the name of a song to you before they start. Let's stay together.
It's almost subliminal.
And that gives you the opportunity to whisper that into your lady's ear as the song
You know,
starts.
he's coming to town.
Let's stay together. Let's get him in here.
We're working on it. Yeah, he's doing the Beacon in a couple of weeks.
I got another one
I'd
that
start
Earl would
crying.
know.
I
I
would
don't know
start
if you
crying
guys
if you
would.
walked in here.
Have you ever heard of Toots and the Maytals, Toots Hibbert?
Yeah.
I think he belongs in there.
Yeah. I'm still just hung up right now on Al Green, though.
What about Judy from Facts of Life?
That goes without saying.
Nice.
Since we've been together.
All right, now we're finding out about blackface. Apparently, the reason why they were doing this, according to this is from Musicals 101, Al Jolson advocated equal rights for blacks and said blackface gave him the freedom to take risk as a performer. That's the nuttiest thing I've ever heard in my life. So he invented blackface, nobody did it before him? Because when you see these minstrel shows, there'd be like 200 white guys in blackface.
I don't remember what movie it was. It was on Turner Movie Classics, so Turner Classic Movies.
He blackfaces everything, too. Turner.
There was a movie with Judy Garland and Mickey Rooney. The whole end sequence is this huge production number. Everyone in blackface.
No,
Don't call it an end sequence.
Yeah, is that what you mean by end sequence?
No, not end. The final sequence, like the last 15 minutes.
Oh,
of the movie.
N-E-N-D. Like N-word.
Oh.
The final end sequence.
I don't want to give you one of these.
White people are so scared of black people.
All right, Dean. Dean, you're on Run the Fez.
Hey, Dean.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, how about Sticks from Happy Days? Richie Cunningham's drummer.
Now, Sticks should go there for 2 reasons. Number 1, Fonzie says he's cool.
Oh, there you go.
Hey.
And number 2, some of the other kids, like Bag, said they would show up but didn't. And then also, the guy who went on to become their friend, the other redheaded guy.
Ralph Mouth.
Yeah, he said, oh yeah, I'll be at the party, but didn't show.
What about Guttermouth from Fat Albert?
Oh yeah, he's in.
Sure.
I think
Even the Brown Hornet.
But Sticks, whatever happened to him? He was a hell of an actor.
I have no idea.
I thought I had heard word of an arrest.
Shahid, you're on Run the Fez.
What's going on, guys? 2280 over here.
Actually, Fez, it's always a good idea. You know, you're talking about hedging your bets. Today, you became a bet hedger, I noticed.
Hey, guys. Hello?
Yeah, Shahid.
All right, I got a couple for you. Here's
Go
the first.
one at a time, okay, my friend?
Here's the first. Special Delivery Jones.
S.D. Jones.
Nice.
That's right.
Here was the great thing about S.D. Jones. You try to get him in a headlock, and he would just keep slipping and sliding with that bald head till he popped out of there.
It's that curl rejuvenator.
I'm going to say this, Fezzy, to you.
Yes?
I think Junkyard Dog based himself on S.D. Jones. Because S.D. was shaking and baking long before J.Y.D.
I think what always made people nervous about S.D. Jones was he would always act like he's shooting you with a gun. That was his little gimmick, his little hand sign.
I got another one for you guys.
Yeah.
Haywood Nelson.
From What's Happening?
What's happening, baby?
Yeah.
He was the other friend, not the. He wasn't Raj.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
That's right.
Hey.
See ya.
Boy, if you could give sainthood just to a phrase.
Now, who was the other wrestler, Fezzy? I think he won the Royal Rumble one year, black guy, up against Bret Hart at the end. And he was like a real gangbanger. He's like a gangster guy.
Oh, Bad News Brown.
Bad News Brown. What happened to him?
Yeah, he won like a WrestleMania Invitational Battle Royal. And then we never saw him again.
Earl, you ever see him around?
No, not at all.
Never? You don't talk to him?
No. We lost touch.
So why do you
know him, right?
Why do you want to do Black Saints? What's the purpose of that? Fezzy, the pimp on Beretta was Rooster. Played by Michael D. Roberts. Thank you for that, Mike. Nice work.
The instant feedback always beats the producers. Every single time.
A lot of people are saying, as a saint, what about just the anonymous dealer who's out there for you all the time?
Oh, God.
I Wonder Boy wrote in from home, what about Darryl Strawberry? You know, Wonder Boy, I noticed you're more helpful to this show since we launched your narrow ass, your mole-covered ass.
What about Willie Mays?
No. I didn't like the way he would say hey. That I couldn't stand. Hey. Say hey, kid. Hey, say, come on over here. Tenacious, say, do you miss Wonder Boy at all?
Your co-intern?
Yeah.
Of course I do.
Yeah, me either. I just can't stand him. And
I always hated him.
I know since he's been gone, you've been taking cabs, and that's been nicer. You live in Lodge. With him, you're walking, you're slapping shoe leather like a couple of bums down the street.
Yeah, he's not holding me back anymore.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. What I feel bad about Wonder Boy not being here anymore is because I really hated him, and I don't know if he ever really knew how I felt about him. And if I just had the chance to say how much I really did hate him, I would just love to get that opportunity back, and I missed it. I missed it completely now.
He was my lackey.
You never spoke to the guy.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I feel bad about. I should have, made my feelings known.
Is it because
I hated him?
Was it because he was my lackey?
Could be.
Who would you say your lackey here is?
Oh, I got the hook.
Yeah. My new lackey is Tenacious C. She's the only one I can stand to be around.
She's the only one who smells good. I know that.
You're the bather of the group, I noticed. You bathe.
I always tell the kids in radio, find a niche for yourself. Find something else that you do that no one else does. With Tenacious C, it's hygiene. It's bathing.
That's good. You smell good.
No one else on the staff does that. God, I hated Wonder Boy. Just hated him.
Did you like him or not like him?
No, you know what? Seriously, I hated him. And I never got the chance to tell him so.
Do you think
I'll regret that till the day I die.
Do you think it was because you two were so much alike?
I don't see that, because I'm not real moly.
Sometimes I'll just play this record, and I'll just look out the window. Wonder Boy!
We've had the rainy weather for it.
Because I know he's out there somewhere. I like to think running on rooftops. Getting me coffee. Well, I'd send a kid the coffee, and I'd have to talk to him for 10 minutes. Before and after, sugars, some cream, perhaps.
That's why I only went, like, if I sent him for something, it was like something simple, apple juice. There was no extra conversation whatsoever.
You know, coffee's becoming my latest addiction. I'm already becoming a problem child with it.
Do you need some?
You know how many cups I had today?
No.
4.
No way.
Yeah, 4 before 2.
How you feeling?
I was jacked earlier.
Wow.
Just stupid. There's something wrong with me. I go from a guy who never drank coffee in his life to now acting like, do we have coffee? Is the coffee on? I'm screaming like an idiot in the morning. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I have a new addiction.
It's Kramer when he got the mochachinos for a lifetime.
We got a spy report, Fuzzy.
Spy report. Spy report.
The only real producer we have, Gary, the O&A kid. Hey, Gary, how are you, pal?
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Halftime at the Nets Indiana game, 51-51.
You a little nervous?
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying right now it's over.
Yeah?
Indiana 3-pointer.
It's over.
You don't think you're going to pull it out?
No, they're not. Nah, they have no chance.
You've been just down ever since the Islanders series, right? Yeah. But that was a great season for the Islanders, bud.
It was.
Yeah. You got to enjoy that kind of season.
And you got to go to a game with your dad, right?
Yep.
And you got to almost go to a game with Opie, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well,
you got to think about a game with Opie, which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they lost 5-0.
Yeah.
The worst game this season.
That's Opie. He always picks the worst games.
Yeah.
What did he do? He gave you the tickets for you and your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better than going with Opie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you the truth. He never takes me to any games.
But
maybe he'll take you to a Nets game.
I doubt that.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
All right, guys.
You keep us updated tonight with the
spy report.
All right, every quarter you call in, all right?
All right.
We're only going to use you for this.
Yeah.
Gary.
All right.
All right?
All right, see you guys.
See you, pal.
Thank you, O&A kid.
What a nice kid, huh? He'd be nice for you, see.
There's not that much difference in age.
I do like him young. So.
Do you really?
No, actually, I don't.
Well, thank you for saying something sexy, though.
Yeah, I know.
For 2 seconds.
I like whatever she has to say. When are you done with us?
Next Friday.
God, it's going to be like losing a stepdaughter. Aren't we taking off next Friday, too?
Yeah.
So next Thursday is your last night with us.
Now we just got it off another day.
I'm getting all teary.
Are you really?
You can't wait to get out of here.
I would love to hire her and fire all the rest of them.
That'd be nice.
You don't even know if you want to work in radio, do you?
No, I do.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go everywhere. I'm just starting out.
Yeah, I know, but you got to pick something.
Well,
what do you want to do, TV next?
You're not getting any younger.
You want to do TV next?
Maybe eventually.
You should be on QVC. You should be selling stuff on QVC.
That'd be nice.
I don't think I'm very
Something
good.
porcelain. I don't know.
It would be a new thing for the word "say" on there. Quality.
QVC. Quality, value.
Say.
Yeah.
We got to take a break. Ice Cream Girl is here, Fezzi, with her new girlfriend.
Oh, all right. We get to meet a new friend tonight.
So, Tenacious C, you like watching girls make out as much as me, right?
Oh, of course.
That's your thing, right?
Oh, it's so hot.
Is it really to you? I love it. I love that you feel that way. All right, we'll be back. Jessica is her new friend, but I didn't know whether we were going to use that name, Billy. Is that the name she's going to use on the air?
I thought we were using some sort of ice cream handle.
Okay. Saying yes.
I have the feeling Lumpy just screwed something else up.
Sure he did.
Meat Fist.
He likes to go by Meat Fist, like Jeremy calls him.
That's nice when the boss finally knows your name.
Yeah.
It's not nice when he thinks the name is Meat Fist.
He said that he hands out stickers with his big meat fist.
What is he got? Meat Fist full of stickers? He's just handing out at a time?
And it was like the most that Jeremy's ever yelled at Fez and I in 2 years, you know, that all these stickers disappeared in 2 days, right?
Right.
And then, like, because he said Meat Fist, me and Fez both waited till we got in the hall before we started laughing. And then we couldn't wait to tell Billy that the boss calls him Meat Fist.
Because we wanted to take our discipline seriously and not laugh when you hear the term Meat Fist right away.
And then
That's it, Billy, get the hell out of here!
that's what he yelled at Billy, and Billy had to go running down the hall.
Today, the boss came in the office before the show.
Yeah.
And Billy just looked away. Like Jeremy even felt that snub.
Right. And then also I noticed that Billy put his hands under so his hands were under his armpits.
Right.
So Jeremy couldn't look at his big meat fist.
His big meaty fist.
Meat fist, get in here.
Trying to hide a couple of ham hocks under his armpits.
He also had, tons of Xanax. You trying to give the boss attitude?
Me? No, not at all. I just didn't want him to see my big meat fist.
Seriously.
No, I was working.
How were you working?
I was working at the computer.
Doing what? Typing with those big hands of yours? You're hitting all caps.
I do the best I can with what I got.
Every finger hits 8 keys at once. How do you possibly type?
Spell check.
You know, the boss said to me, what's Staples doing with those hot dogs that he calls fingers?
He went and got you a package of rolls.
Here's
to serve your fingers on.
All right, here is...
Meat fist. I'm sorry.
Let me see. All right, here's a little email that we had sent to us from Dan from Hoboken, who Meat Fist is supposed to be fighting at the Night of Fights, Fezzi. If we can get the electronic mail set up, please.
All right, we'll check that out. Of course, the big-ass Night of Fights.
Are you familiar with electronic mail, Fez?
Now, I'm not sure. Doesn't it shock the mailman? How does it work?
No, it is sent to us through computer. It's mail sent electronically.
Weird.
And now, Ron and Fez, the show of the future, brings you...
Electronic mail. Mail sent electronically.
Fascinating.
He says, this is Dan from Hoboken. He says, Ron, I couldn't listen last night because I had to work, but I hear that Meat Fist really wants to do it Digstown style. Now, Billy says when the Night of Fights, he wants to fight at least 5 people. If you ever seen the movie Digstown, it's where every round is fought by a different fighter. Very difficult. And matter of fact, that guy should be a Black Saint also.
Lou Gossett.
Lou Gossett. Isn't it Junior?
Junior.
Yeah, always be careful of the Junior, because I don't want some old man in Black Saint heaven. All right. He says, okay, if Billy wants to do it, assist on that punishment, I want the first round with him as well as the last round.
Whoa! Because that really is a diss to Dan from Hoboken, saying that he's not a worthy enough opponent, that you need 4 others to go along with it.
I want to give this hack the full punishment that he deserves.
Hack!
Wow. I have no problem with whatever Dan wants, but there just wouldn't be a true Digstown then, would it? If Dan wants to get pummeled twice, he'll pummel him twice. I don't care.
He'll pummel him. Third person again.
What's me talking about? I don't understand. Are you saying no, it's not a true Digstown, or it is?
Well, I thought it was supposed to be...
We'll go 6 rounds.
All right, fine.
Give him the extra round.
I'll give Dan the extra round. He'll have plenty of time to recuperate.
So you do your Digstown, 5 opponents, 1 round each, and then you'll do Dan in a bonus 6th round.
Yes, I will.
Dan says, I'm going to make this hack feel all the pain I felt listening to any Air 6 songs.
Yeah, Dan, I'm a hack. I get paid for it. What do you do?
I'm just reading this,
I know.
Billy. It's, I don't want you to feel like, you're going to wrap your big meat fist around me.
But we all know that pain.
You understand where he's coming from?
No, not in the least. I don't know what it's like to be on the outside, looking in, wishing I was here.
All right, NM,
only in a bar.
NM writes in, I never got any of the stickers. Did Meat Fist eat them?
You are not licking and eating those stickers, are you?
No.
I know what the song Billy has picked to come to the ring to.
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? Who smokes the blunts?
All right, so you're accepting Dan's challenge for an extra round.
Accepted.
All right. So it'll be Dan, first round. 4 different fighters. And if you'd like to sign up for that, please give us a call at 877-692-1027. And then Dan again.
I'll take Dan on again in the bonus 6th round.
Now, also, I understand that there's a link on ronfez.net for people that would like to fight. So we'll get as many fights out there as we possibly can. A big-ass night of fights, too. Now, we said that we would say tonight where it's going to be at. That's a lie. Once again, that's a lie.
We've lied to you, right to your ears.
So hopefully we will tell you tomorrow. There's only one small hookup that the boss is trying to take care of. That, of course, Al and Rory told us, impossible, that me and Fezzi went and talked to the boss. And then it was no big.
Yeah, and the very last of the details should be wrapped up tomorrow morning, is what we heard today.
Or 2 weeks from now at the latest. But we would, maybe we'll just let you know 5 minutes before the fights.
Where it's at, and then run. Run to your cars.
Maybe we'll actually say, here we is, and please come running. The fights are starting now.
Get here as soon as you can, or you'll miss it. All right, 877-692-1027.
This is the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez.
You're scaring me. Stop it.
102.7 WNEW.
It's time for Oscar Blurbs with Polo.
Oscar started 8. Sean Penn better not be retarded. Rebecca Romaine will be tossing an Oscar salad. Looks like Harry's gonna find a potter of Oscar gold.
Polo has a big fat wife.
We're Ron and Fez. Spider-Man opens tomorrow night. We'll be talking to Polo.
Fezzi, I can't wait. I'll be watching 11 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Very nice. I'm very excited about the web crawler.
I hope this is the greatest movie of all time. Especially knowing now that Norton's in it. It's exciting for me. And the beautiful Roosevelt Island is under attack.
Nice.
Polo.
Yes, Polo, your life's a movie. How you doing?
Your life's a movie, Polo.
Thank you. My life, your life.
Your life is a movie.
Thank you very much. How you doing, guys?
Good. Have you seen Spider-Man?
Yes, I've seen Spider-Man, sir. Sure, absolutely. And as you probably have read on the web, it's a very tightly woven
I
tale.
get it, the web. Good one, Polo.
You got that on the web.
Yeah, right. It's a very tightly woven tale. It's actually very tight. Everybody's going to be happy with this movie. If I wanted to be real persnickety, real nitpickety, I could pick little things. But why bother? It's really a great movie. I mean, there's no question about it. So there you go. That's the
whole thing.
That's the thumbnail sketch of the review.
Were you saying you would pick some things apart?
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, I could pick a little thing apart, like Tobey Maguire. He's a little mopey. I mean, he's not your real romantic lead, because he's all this teen angst, and he's very tense and mopey a little bit.
All right, he's the title character. That's not a little thing to pick apart.
I understand. But that's the character, of course, to a certain extent. The chemistry between Kirsten Dunst, she's a very bright and bubbly. She's come a long way since little girl from Interview with a Vampire and Jumanji. Now she's all grown up. She's got a wet T-shirt scene in the rain. What's not to like? I mean, their chemistry's pretty good. She's great. I mean, I really love her.
I saw her get whacked on the Today Show. That guy called her common. Said she looked common.
Really?
Which,
Gene Shalit?
Yeah, Gene Shalit, the attractive Gene Shalit.
Talk about common.
I mean, she's 20 years old. She's going to look good no matter what when you're 20 years old.
Is this going to be the first comic book movie to win an Oscar?
I would think. I'm not saying maybe. I mean, I think there might have been a comic book movie that's won an Oscar.
Would you say Along Came a Spider who sat down with an Oscar? Okay,
so now you've got the cast. Willem Dafoe plays Norman Osborn.
Dafoe, the Oscar winner.
And, of course, his
Dafoe will be gobbling up the Oscars.
Norman Osborn, a.k.a. the Green Goblin.
Pick up the phone and call someone. Willem won an Oscar.
Green Goblin, Gold Oscar.
Or as Spidey likes to say, Gobby. Hey, Gobby,
When it comes to Dafoe, Willem win an Oscar? I think so.
I like that one, Fuzz. Because it took, you got to sit down and figure that one out.
Okay, of course, Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Peter Parker picked a pack of perfect Oscars.
He's an orphan.
They'll be parking an Oscar in Peter's driveway this year.
And of course, Tobey Maguire plays Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and he's an orphan.
Tobey or not Tobey? Will he win an Oscar? That's the question.
The fact is that he's been taken in by his Aunt May and Uncle Ben.
Who is this, Tobey Maguire?
Yes, no, not Tobey Maguire, the actor, but the character of Peter Parker is taken in by his Uncle Ben and Aunt May.
Maguire minds want to know, will Tobey win that Oscar?
You bet.
Former Oscar winner Cliff
Why are
Robertson.
you even asking me? You know he's going to win.
Of course.
Former Oscar winner Cliff Robertson plays Uncle Ben. Irene Worth.
Oscar will be jumping off a cliff.
Now,
for Robinson this year.
Early on.
No cliffhanger here. It's Robinson for Oscar.
Early on, one of your favorite buddies.
What's the big hurry? You're stepping all over us tonight,
I'm sorry. Trying to.
We're all excited.
Okay,
we
good.
care about Spider-Man.
I understand. It's okay.
Finally, it seems like we're starting a year with some decent film.
Yes,
Right.
that's true.
Quality entertainment for a change.
I am so nervous that this is going to be the most fantastic film of all time. That's all I want, Fuzzy.
Well,
you have arachno-oscophobia, the fear of spiders winning Academy Awards.
It's been 10 years in the making because there's been a lot of legal battles.
Hold on. Barry saw the movie. Barry, what do you think of Tobey Maguire?
Says he stole mine.
What?
Toby or not Toby? Oscar is the question.
There's no question Toby will win an Oscar sooner or later.
Hey, Anthony, you're on with Paul Lowe. We're talking Oscars.
Hey, Maguire, repeat after me. Show me the Oscar.
Hey, Jason, did you see this movie, The Spider-Man?
No, but I got a blurb.
Go ahead.
Williams Dafoe, Kristen's a dunce, but Maguire's gonna hit a home run on Oscar night.
Maguire.
Good.
That was cute.
That was cute.
Here's Chris. Chris, what do you think of the Spider-Man's chances?
Oh, Spider-Man gonna sling his web all over an Oscar.
Now, obviously...
Here's Todd. Todd, what do you think?
Hey, Todd.
All I have to say is, William isn't Dafoe of an Oscar.
He was nominated, for that vampire movie.
Is this a movie for kids? I heard on the Today Show saying kids shouldn't go.
No, there's no real blood. I mean, there's some very heavy violence,
Green
but no
blood?
real gore or blood. Despite Sam Raimi, the director's history with Evil Dead and all these, Darkman and all those very, very violent movies, this is a definite PG movie, but very...
All right, well, it's good news for Lene, who actually is a big fan of Spider-Man. Hey, little Lene, what do you think? Hi, Lene.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, hi, Lene.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can at the Oscars. Get.
Oh.
Porto,
Yes?
how's Murray?
She's in the hospital. She's in the hospital, but, we're...
Murray's in the hospital? Your mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Don't scare Lene like
I'm
that.
sorry.
Who the hell are you?
The best thing for her right now. Maybe
What's wrong with her, Polo?
She'll get her strength back. She doesn't eat, she drinks, and she smokes. All the usual things.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm going to check on her at the hospital. She seems like she's... Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Hey, Lene?
Yes.
Lene, you there, honey?
Uh-huh.
It doesn't look good for Murray, okay?
Okay.
No, she's
All right.
going to get better, Renee. She'll get
Sometimes adults die, Lene.
No, she's going to be okay. Don't scare Lene.
She's just very old.
She's old,
and
she
pickled.
smokes, and she drinks, Lene.
Right. All right, bye-bye, honey.
Bye.
Bye, Lene.
I cut off Polo.
Murray's in the hospital. For
That's
anyone
bad
that
news.
for anyone that doesn't know, that's Polo's abusive mother-in-law.
Right. My buddy in Brooklyn, Gary, he's out of the hospital now, Fuzzy, I'm glad to say.
Oh, good.
I was worried about him.
Way to go, Gary. Nice work.
Everything's okay.
Nice.
Everything is okay. Here's Polo. I got him back. Hey, Polo.
I'm back.
Yeah, I was worried about you there. I didn't know whether Murray died, and you had to go run in the other room.
Yeah, Marie, Gail's been crying at her bedside all day. So
Is that right? Over a bottle of Jack?
Then she comes in screaming at us because she doesn't want to show her true feelings. So rather than tell us that she's been crying all day, she screams at us.
Those are quite a few tears in a beer.
Who's us? You and your bowls? Who you talking about?
Me and my mother.
Oh.
So anyway, the Spider-Man movie.
How's your mom doing?
she's doing very badly. We went to get her.
Is anyone in your life not dying?
No. It's bad. We went to the doctor. I forget it. I don't want to even talk about it. I'm
Polo,
depressed.
there is not much left of you and the Polo 5 there. The Whoremaster's already gone. That's
Whoremaster's
Murray's
gone.
husband.
Yeah.
Murray seems ready to go at any minute.
And I've got a dog that's 135 years old, too. So I'm
and your
good.
mother's spitless.
Apparently, I keep people alive.
Yeah, you do. Let me ask you this, Polo. How much money you stand to make once Murray dies?
No, everything's going bad. Actually, we were supposed to get a lot of money from this hip operation because it was a faulty hip. Now it turns out the doctor doesn't want to do it. So,
Well, sometimes at that age, Fezzy.
Right.
It's not worth as much.
Yeah, but anyway,
Well, life expectancy
the
there.
Spider-Man movie's been 10 years coming.
What's this Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, yeah, Spider-Man.
James, what do you think of the Spider-Man movie?
It makes Spidey sense that this movie's going to win an Oscar. Good.
That's a good one, James.
Here's Anthony. Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Anthony.
How you doing, fellas?
Yeah.
Spider-Man was raised by his Aunt May. I win an Oscar.
May win an Oscar.
Oh, I'm with them now.
The great thing about Spidey, he's got all that teen angst, because he's a young, nerdy guy who everybody treats badly, and then he gets superpowers.
Spider-Man, 8 legs, 14 Oscar nominations.
All right, now, how much money do you think it's going to make this weekend, Polo?
There's a big pent-up demand for this, but I wouldn't say it's going to make $100 million or break the records. Lord of the Ring was also a huge pent-up demand, yet it didn't break records on its opening weekend, yet it's one of the top 10 movies of all time.
So the record we have here for a 3-day opening is Harry Potter with just over $90 million.
Yeah, I thought it was Lost World was still the champion. But needless to say, if Spider-Man does, I'm sure Spider-Man will do over $60 million, no question, and I'm sure it'll make $300 million and be one of the top 10 movies of all time. There's nothing to really.
What's he talking about?
I'm
How
saying
much this weekend?
This weekend it'll okay. You want me to give you a guess? I'll say 79.
That's what we asked for.
That's my guess.
All right, Fezzy, what's yours?
What did he say?
79.
79 million. I am going to say 75 million.
I'm going to go higher than both of you and say 82 million.
Oh, nice.
I write these down, Roy. 82 for me, 10 for Fez, and 15 for Polo.
I did not say 10. I said 75 million.
You write down what I tell you.
So, one of your favorite guys, Macho Man, has a big part in the early...
Macho Man Savage.
He plays Buzzsaw, and, when Peter Parker gets his first Spidey strength, and he wants to make some money to get a car to impress Mary Jane Watson, Kirsten Dunst, and so he's going to get into the wrestling ring with Buzzsaw, and so that becomes a big scene in the movie early on.
And he's Buzzsaw.
Yeah, Macho Man is Buzzsaw.
So he's a wrestler. Randy Savage plays a wrestler.
Right, exactly.
All right, Polo, how long is Roosevelt Island and the tram in this?
Oh, that's the big climax.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, nice. So it's a starring role.
Yeah, big climax. And, of course...
Does the island just look beautiful?
They don't really show the island. They're showing the tram and the 59th Street Bridge, feeling groovy, the whole thing.
Right.
What about the diner, Trellis?
The diner? I don't remember. There is a diner in the movie, but there's not. I don't think it's the one near there. No, not there. Not that one. But, so anyway, you've got Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe. He has also got superpowers, because he is like a billionaire with a giant company. And
that gives you superpowers?
Well, apparently he developed, so he has all of the little toys that a billionaire would be able to get, like bombs, goblin bombs or pumpkin bombs, and of course the growth enhancing formula that makes him superpower.
So how good is he as a bad guy?
Well, first of all, William Dafoe's face is a special effect to begin with. He's a perfect villain. His face is just so God-forsaken hideous. So, he's a scary-looking guy to begin with. Then he's got the goblin mask and the superpowers. And the greatest thing is when there's a big scene in the middle of the movie where he's flying around in his glider, and it just reminds you of, the Wicked Witch of the West with the smoke trails.
Are you liking him or not?
Oh, I love his villain. Yeah, no.
And maybe the best...
he's the ultimate Spidey villain.
How is he against the Batman villains and Superman villains?
He's like Spider-Man's Lex Luthor or Batman... the Joker. He's the ultimate villain.
The ultimate villain for me is your wife.
Yeah, speaking of the Wicked Witch.
Well, I've been casting the Spidey movie for years. I've always liked Kingpin as being one of the great Spidey villains. But Green Goblin...
I would cast your wife as Kingpin.
Yeah, I always thought of Brian Dennehy, actually, but... The thing is...
What about your wife as the arm flab Avenger?
Oh, that would be a great superhero part for her.
No,
What about Not So Fresh Lady?
What about One Tooth Wonder?
No,
Captain Backzitz.
Those are not Spider-Man.
Super Cellulite. Here she comes.
I don't even think there are any.
Super Cellulite. What about enlarged liver lady?
How about Binge Bitch?
Oh, that's a good one. How about the mysterious Mrs. Mustache?
I don't
The
think
amazing alcoholic whore.
Oh, nice. Or the phantom fungus.
No.
Super tumor.
Oh,
no, there are
that's
no
good.
female villains.
How about sits in her own waist woman?
It's not like Catwoman.
Could she? Do you think your wife would be Dr. Dimpledass?
Oh, that's good. Or maybe a villain like the prescription drug lord.
How about Professor Pithair?
Or the Fantastic Fart.
How about Wonder How Much He Weighs woman?
Oh, that's good. Or she could just play the Thing that ruined Polo's life.
Yeah.
Would she be the bigger, uglier Hulk?
Oh, that's good
Now,
casting.
Marvel Comics got a lot
What
of
about
great...
ugly as a Batgirl?
The Green Goiter?
Oh, nice. Or how about she just plays the ultimate supervillain, the Incredible Gaping Vag?
Well, can I just say that Spider-Man is so much better than X-Men as a movie. Now, we want more X-Men movies, but that was such a cheesy movie in comparison. I mean, when you look at how...
All right, let me just stop you while you act like you know what you're talking about. Somebody wrote to me, you brought up Kingpin?
Yeah.
That's Daredevil's enemy.
Right.
No, it is not. Kingpin was a Spider-Man villain. Way back, and I remember this as clear as day because I used to read them, Kingpin was a Spider-Man villain. Maybe
I'm
he
getting this from
graduated over...
Pantera.
Now, Daredevil's going to be played by Ben Affleck soon.
Yeah, and they're going to have Kingpin in that movie.
Well, but they
All right, this is
stole
on the
him.
instant feedback. What about Ms. Thunder Thighs
Oh, that's a good
for your
one.
wife? Would you think she would play it, Polo?
If you gave her enough money.
Jerry.
How about the Massengale Marauder?
Would she be the Massengale Marauder in a movie?
I don't know if Marvel Comics would approve that.
But just tell us.
Dirty whore.
Oh,
What about the Dirty Whore?
Oh, that's a good one.
that's not a villain.
She's got superpowers. Super whore powers.
She's not a dirty whore. I'm just saying.
She took a bath?
No, she's not a whore. She's not. She tends to bathe. Now listen. The thing is that the
All
Marvel.
right, here's Steve. Steve, if Polo's wife was in a movie, what would she be called? In a Spider-Man movie as a villain.
How about the Fantastic Four Chins?
Oh, good one.
I would love to see that.
She would be perfect for that part.
Now the thing is obvious.
All right, what about, could there be a part where she's the castrating devil bitch?
Oh, good one.
Of course,
Boy, talk about typecasting.
All right, this is on the
Incredible-
instant feedback. Miss Turkey Neck.
Oh, good one.
The Incredible Hulk will be out soon too.
Does that
by-
even sound scary enough?
What, the Incredible Hulk? No, that will be by Ang Lee, of course, another Marvel comic hero.
All right, now I got a Kia boy telling Pantera to shut up. Kingpin is a crossover villain.
Of course.
So you were right, Paulo, and I
Of course I was
apologize.
right.
And I don't know why I would ever use Pantera as a source.
And we apologize to your wife, Queen Pin.
Thank you.
Is she Queen Pin?
She could be Queen Pin. I'll go with that.
How about
All right,
just
here's
support that move.
Here's Brian. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, 14531 here.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, what about she could play Super?
Yeah, hers, man.
People
Here's
are crazy.
I know they are. Here's Joe. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, buddy.
How about Lady Dirty Box?
Could she be Lady Dirty Box?
Joe cracked himself up.
What is it? We're not packing stuff.
That's a good villain for her.
All right, Stinky Colon Queen came in.
Oh, nice.
Which would be good.
This is beginning to sound like an episode of Mystery Men.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about your wife right now.
I understand.
And if
It's a
she's going to be in the
crazy
next
supervillain.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, as Polyp Woman.
Like Gina.
All right, here's Mike says on the instant feedback, what about if she's Nappy Pun Hunter?
What the hell is that?
Just enjoy.
You know.
What's that?
You know.
I have no idea what you got.
You know the stench.
Sally says the douchebag diva.
Well, that's not a bad name.
Yeah.
I like that one.
All right, here's Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Polo, what about the Blob or Sugar Slut?
Well, the Incredible Hulk, she could, technically play the Incredible Hulk.
All right, here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
I heard your wife was playing Miss VD Day.
That would be nice, Polo, if she got that part, huh?
Well, I don't think, again, we're just trying to focus on the excitement behind Spider-Man. Somehow we've gotten off the track.
I'm just saying for Spider-Man 2, if your wife gets in it.
Right.
Hey, Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how you doing? I was going to suggest maybe she could play the Incredible Bulk.
Would that be okay, Polo?
Well,
She'd have to
again,
lose
I think
weight.
there might be some legal difficulties, legal issues with the Marvel.
Here's on The Incredible Plump, says Dookie. which is a kind of an interesting name,
But that
Fezzi.
should
They
be
all think your
exciting,
wife's
the Incredible
incredible.
Hulk movie.
Meadow says the varicose vengeful. I'm getting all these off the instant feedbacks.
Varicose Avenger.
That's a very almost esoteric name.
All right, Blue-Eyed Geek says, wish you were Invisible Girl.
That would take a lot.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one. Now listen, stop it. Just stop it.
Jeff, you're on with Paul Lowe. He's looking to see what villain his wife would play in the next Spider-Man.
The evil Count Slobula.
What do you think of Count Slobula?
I don't know.
She
somehow,
sounds perfect for it.
it sounds like a comic villain somehow.
Here's Brian. Brian, you're on with Paul Lowe.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, what about Lady Loose Lips?
She just keeps tripping over him.
Now
It's
again,
Lady Loose Lips.
I don't think there are a lot of female villains in Spider-Man that I can
Well,
remember.
your wife's going to change all that because she could play all of them.
Here's Jay. Jay,
At
you're on
once.
Fez.
Doc Ock.
How's it going, fellas?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, Paul Lowe, I heard your wife's playing the original Stinkface.
Could that happen, Polo?
Who's the original?
Stinkface?
What do you mean the original? Who's the new one? I don't
Her. Well, the original would be it.
Oh, okay.
All right, here's the Living Lard came in.
Good one.
The Raging Hormone.
Well,
And here's one I like, Chewbacca Crotch.
Oh.
in all honesty, she is... No, I mean, to be completely sincere,
Here's
she is
Bruce.
a lot
Bruce,
like
Bruce, you're on with Polo.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
The Incredible Stench Trench Wench. What do you think there, Paulo?
Oh, that's just great.
You like
now,
Stench
listen,
Wench?
She's a lot like the Incredible Hulk, in all honesty, because she has that anger, and
Well,
she
you don't
turns
want to make her
green,
angry, that's for sure.
And she turns green, like Bruce Banner. Very similar kind of a situation, and that's a truth. That's a truth.
Is that right?
Yeah. She gets.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
She gets angry.
That's her screen
turns
test.
green. Very similar to the Incredible Hulk.
Here's Mike. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, upcoming. I think she's also going to play Frankenstein.
Well, that'd be nice. Here's a couple more off the instant feedback, Fezzy. Here's Liz says the 50-foot wart woman.
Oh, okay.
Flaming hemorrhoid showed up.
The flaming hemorrhoid.
Mike says, how about just the green gash?
Yeah, well,
Ariel says the gangrene gash.
as long as I get some back end points on this movie,
Well, with that back end of hers, you should.
be happy.
All right, Tommy, do you have one for us?
Hello, Tommy.
Hello?
Yeah, Tommy, can you hear me?
Yeah. How about the inedible hole?
Inedible hole.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
All right, all I wanted to do was learn about Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Why
And
you
I'm trying to help.
And you made it all about your wife again.
All right, scale of 1 to 73, Polo, what do you give it?
I would give this a 67.
Really, that's all?
No, maybe a 6 out of 73. That's practically an A plus.
No, 73
An A
would
plus.
be.
What's an A plus?
Let's say scale 1 to 10.
No, I like the 73 better. But on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it an 8.79.
Oh, I expected more.
Well, there is no such thing as perfection in this world. I have never seen a perfect movie.
Hey,
Your
Mike.
wife's a perfect bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, what would you call Polo's wife in the next Spider-Man if she was a villain?
What about Fatula?
Polo?
What about it?
Fatula, would she be good at that?
Well, if I get some money up front and then get some back-end points, we can make this movie.
All right, we got to take a break, Polo. I don't even know what you even mean about Spider-Man.
I understand.
We were hoping to get a review.
I would be happy to do that.
All right, thank you, Paulo.
Thank you, sir.
All right, this is brought to you by In Demand Pay-Per-View on Time Warner Cable, Comcast, and Cablevision Pay-Per-View, where you can see the biggest movies like Zoolander without leaving your home. Meet the man who's way cool, ultra chic, and totally clueless by ordering Zoolander tonight at the touch of a button on In Demand Pay-Per-View.
We are the Ron and Fez Show.
1027 WNEW, New York. Ron and Fez. Frequency. 1027 WNEW.
We're Ron and Fez. 877-692-1027 is the toll-free phone number. Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley with you tonight.
Fezzy, there is a short documentary that is opening tomorrow in New York. It's called Heavy Metal Parking Lot. We checked it out last night at heavymetalparkinglot.net.
Interesting 15-minute documentary, basically Couple guys with their cameras going through a parking lot at a Judas Priest concert.
It is hysterical. It was filmed back in 86, and you'll just see the way. Just the Joe Dirts of the 1986 that were into the metal scene.
So tomorrow it's getting its first theatrical release attached to a Christmas documentary, Home Movie. So that opens tomorrow at United Artists Multiplex Theater in Union Square.
If you can, check it out at heavymetalparkinglot.net. I have no idea why this was so hysterical to me. Maybe because I lived through the times.
Well, every character, because it was basically just interviews of, why do you go to metal shows, and what do you like about Judas Priest?
And everybody was whacked.
Everybody completely whacked. I think you basically recognize every one of those people as someone in your life.
Here is John Hine. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to Ron and Fez. Hey, John.
Metal rules.
Yeah, metal does roll, my friend. And that came up plenty of times. Why was this documentary made back in 86?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you why it was made. It was just made. We just decided we had a harebrained idea to do something like this, and we went out with a couple public access video cameras to this parking lot at the Capitol Center, which is a big concert arena in Largo, Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C. This is 1986, mind you.
I was cracking up when I saw the DC 101 shirt.
That's right.
It was hysterical.
That's when Greaseman was a rage. Back here. Anyway, so we went out with these cameras, and we were documentary filmmakers, and we just went out and thought this would be a good idea. We didn't really know what we were doing. We had a title and we had an idea. Title was Heavy Metal Parking Lot. We'd go out and interview these concert goers having tailgate parties before the Judas Priest show, and they were a bunch of characters, really. This was the height of the heavy metal big hair era, and these people were stoked for Judas Priest, which was like the premier metal band back then. Still is.
John, you would not believe this. Last night, if this isn't some synchronicity, we're doing the show here. We're actually got into a weird kind of a crazy S&M thing going.
That'll happen.
With our producer, Al Dukes. He's all tied up. Door gets kicked open. Rob Halford walks in.
No lie, John.
You're a kid.
I swear to God, it's a true story. And I was thinking, damn, why didn't we have you on last night? Do you know if he's ever seen this?
I think he has seen it. He's been asked in interviews if he's seen it, and he claims he has. I don't think he's that familiar with it, but he has seen it. In fact, the band, on their 20th anniversary compilation video, they put clips from Heavy Metal Parking Lot in their video.
John, were you guys that made the film, were your heads kind of into the metal scene at the time as well?
Honestly, we weren't. We were... we appreciated heavy metal, but we really weren't into it. We were probably more into roots rock back then. Bands like the Ramones, Cramps, Barons Whitfield, and the Savages. I was into rockabilly, things like that, garage rock. But metal was in its heyday. It was everywhere. So it was hard to escape it on the airwaves or anywhere.
Oh, everywhere.
But we weren't metalheads, and I think people, the people in the crowd could sense we weren't metalheads. We just kind of looked like, geeky filmmakers, basically.
Right.
Well, they picked up on that in the video, and they challenged us a little bit. Say, what the hell are you guys doing here?
Yeah, as effed up as they were trying really, really hard to explain why metal's so great.
And it just came back to metal rules most of the time.
Yeah, usually defaulted to that. Well, we made this documentary 16 years ago, but it's still 16 years later. It still makes people's draw job. It's just incredible. We still get a pretty incredible reaction from it.
It's a hysterical thing. Now, have you ever thought of updating it, going back and finding those people who are now, most of them in their mid-30s.
Or dead.
And seeing if they still feel the same way?
Yeah, we sure have. We'd like to update it. And we've actually got some ideas for some follow-ups to Heavy Metal Parking Lot. And one of them is to stage a reunion with some of these people who are out there just carrying on like maniacs 16 years ago and find out where are they now. We've identified a bunch of people who are in the documentary. We really haven't revealed their names. We keep them close to our vest. But one of these days we're going to reunite them all, have like a big reunion party and film the whole thing.
That would be great.
John, how old were you and Jeff when you filmed this?
We were in our mid-20s.
All right, so you were basically even a little older than the crowd there.
Yeah.
In the parking lot.
Most of the crowd about 19 years old, would you say?
Yeah, they were probably anywhere from 16 to 19, something like that.
And everybody you saw just wrecked.
Basically, well, everybody who ended up on tape was wrecked.
I see. So you really picked the really hardcore folks.
Well, we went out. We were out there for 2 hours. We shot about an hour's worth of footage, and we edited it down to 15-minute highlights, basically, of parking lot interviews. And these ones really stick out. But that's actually a pretty good shooting ratio to go from just 2 hours or 120 minutes of footage down to 15 minutes.
Now, tomorrow in Union Square at the United Artists Multiplex, is it the first time Heavy Metal Parking Lot has ever shown in the theater?
In some ways, yeah, it has. See, the thing's been around for a while. It's gotten this underground reputation, this underground following. It's been shown on the underground circuit, and we've shown it ourselves. Actually, last year we tried to mount our own self-promoted tour. It didn't go very far, but we did get it booked into some nightclubs and art galleries and people's living rooms. In fact, about 5 months ago, it played at the Museum of Modern Art in New York at a nice, fancy schmancy retrospective, and now it's coming out, in the movie theaters, and it will play nationwide as a sort of a small, it's not a wide release, but it'll get around the country throughout the spring and summer. And it starts tomorrow. It opens in New York tomorrow at the Union Square, United Artists Union Square, and I guess the main distinction about this release is that it's going to be shown on film. They took the original 3/4-inch video and they blew it up to 35mm film, and it'll be shown in conventional movie theaters.
So this is
we added a Dolby soundtrack, and it should really rock on the big screen.
Now, how did you get this gig? How did that finally, after all these years, did this work out for you?
Well, we were lucky enough to hook up with a New York movie distributor called Cowboy Pictures, and they basically had the vision and the idea to get this thing out into the movie theaters. It was kind of hard and daunting for us through the years because it's only a 15-minute film, and how do you get a 15-minute film into the movie theaters? They don't really play shorts in theaters anymore.
Right.
But Cowboy had the idea to couple it with this other documentary made by Chris Smith, who did a great cult film called American Movie. And his new movie's called Home Movie,
right?
And it's 65 minutes long, so they coupled our documentary with it to kind of pad it out to feature length. And so now it's kind of a double bill. I don't know if our film is playing before Home Movie or after Home Movie, but it's on the same bill, and it's a good feature length show. Lots of laughs.
If anybody lived through the 80s, this is a hysterical thing to see, and I'll tell you why. Most of the time when people look back at the 80s, they're thinking the whole thin tie, Pretty in Pink.
Sure.
But this is really the way. The metal was just so gigantic in the 80s. Here's Tom, who claims he was at that Judas Priest show. Let me grab him, okay, John? He's on line 4. Hey, Tom. Tom, you're on Ron and Fez with John Hine. Hey, Tom.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Yeah, I was at that show. I think that was the Defenders of the Faith tour, from what I remember, in Landover, Maryland, at the Capitol Center. But yeah, he's pretty much hitting on all points.
Have you seen this Heavy Metal Parking Lot?
No, I've never seen it. That's what I'm freaking about.
You may be in it.
Yeah, I know. I got like 20 or 30 friends that I went with. The likelihood is one of my goofy ass friends is in that.
Yeah. This has got a cast of thousands. There's thousands of people in the parking lot, but you might very well be in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Let me know if you're in it.
Definitely.
It's at the United Artists Multiplex Theater in Union Square, and also you can check it out at HeavyMetalParkingLot.com. I recommend you do it. It's absolutely hysterical. John Hine, thank you very much, sir. Thanks for being on tonight. Good luck with this. It's a very cool story.
Sure. Actually, it's HeavyMetalParkingLot.net.
Okay, .net. Okay, thank you very much.
You can check out there's a schedule on there, links you to Cowboy Pictures, which will tell you when and where it's playing in the country. It opens in L.A. on May 24th at the New Art Theater. It's going to play in Chicago, San Francisco.
John, are you going to roll out with them? Are you going to be doing interviews and going around the country?
No, not at this point. I'm not going on tour with this.
It would kind of have to be a high for you to see it playing in some of these cities, though, in front of people,
Oh,
right?
definitely. Hey, look, I'm calling from D.C., but I'll be up in New York tomorrow. I'll be the first in line at the Union Square to go see it on the big screen.
John, we'll see you then, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Good.
All right, see you later.
Thanks a lot, guys.
HeavyMetalParkingLot.net. You got to check this out. We rolled, man. We just sat in here last night and laughed our asses off.
It really will make you feel nostalgic for that time in your life. Just looking at the cars and the people and everything.
I got news for you. I did not feel nostalgic.
You didn't feel nostalgic?
I cringed through the whole effing thing. I felt like I was at a bad YNF gig.
These people are so messed up in this film.
We got to turn this on to Eddie Trunk.
So Heavy Metal Parking Lot, it opens tomorrow at the Union Square United Artists Multiplex.
All right, O&A kid Gary is on the line. He's going to give us a
Spy Report. Spy Report.
Here is Gary. Gary, how's it going, buddy? How's the game?
Hey, guys.
Yeah. Hey, Gary.
My prediction may be wrong. The Nets have 90, the Pacers have 81.
Wow, buddy.
And in 5 minutes, they have to score the Pacers to win.
Right. Now, you didn't think that the Nets were going to pull it out.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
So my prediction may be wrong.
Are you back on the bandwagon?
Maybe because... Well, mostly yes and mostly no.
He's going to wait till after the game.
Fezzi, mostly yes and mostly no. Why mostly yes, Gary?
Well, they just did a play. New Jersey had the ball. They shot it. Kid missed. And Curtis Martin got in the hoop.
Does he not paint a picture with words, Fezzi?
Are you ever considering going into sportscasting, Gary?
Yes.
Really?
You would be perfect.
I'll be the new sports center commentator.
I would love that. You're the new Pharrell.
I think I could take his place.
It sounds like your voice is already heading in that direction.
Yep.
You're on your way.
All right, Gary, call us at the end of the game, okay,
All
buddy?
right, I'll call you in the last seconds of the game.
That's perfect.
Spy Report. Spy Report.
That's from Gary, the O&A kid.
He's keeping us up to date on the Nets game tonight, the playoffs. 877-692-1027.
It's funny how we depend on kids rather than our own producers.
Well, they're more dependable.
Also, we lost Ice Cream Girl and her new girlfriend.
Now, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
But Ice Cream Girl brought in a friend tonight. They were in the green room. I had talked to them during a commercial break. We came in here, we talked to Paulo, and they were gone.
Our producers are just baffled. They have no idea.
And apparently, everyone you asked, no one saw it happen.
Are they mad at us? We had to do the Polo thing.
We had to get Paulo on because he had to go do his juvie hall job.
All right, no one has any idea why they're gone, right?
No idea whatsoever.
You know that Fez and I can't be in here and out there at the same time.
I realize that.
I know you're in here. Do we have anybody outside?
Who all is outside?
We have Billy Staples, Al Dukes, and Tenacious C.
Right, and she's supposed to be in here anyway.
Yeah. How'd she get out there?
What the hell happens here over a course of a night? Tell me what goes on. Is it a big party out there? Is Billy breaking out the Xanax and crushing them up for everybody?
Did Billy Xanax get mixed up with Al's Tic Tacs?
Hey, Fez, we got some cool stuff to give out tonight. It's the Last Waltz packs. If we were talking, first we went to an 80s concert. Now a 70s concert, the Last Waltz with the band, Bob Dylan, Van Morrison, Neil Young. It goes on. It's got everybody. We've got the DVDs, plus we've got the CDs.
Yeah, it's the Last Waltz pack, the brand new DVD, 4-CD box set. It's a limited edition CD sampler courtesy of Rhino Entertainment. And the special edition DVD features remastered sound, rare unseen footage, audio commentary, and much, much more. Now, the DVD is available in stores on Tuesday, May 7th. The 4-CD box set, that's available in stores right now through Rhino.com.
All right, Fez, now Pantera, who gave us a bad update earlier
on Kingpin,
has given us another
Spy Report. Radio Insider. Spy Report.
He tells me that Ice Cream Girl was on O&A today wanting to be a cheerleader at the softball game. Do they have cheerleaders?
Yeah, they pick cheerleaders out of fans.
She would be perfect for that.
That's
She
a
would
great
be
job
perfect.
for her.
So everything's going good. She's got a shot at being a cheerleader at the big game. She's going to be on our show and then just disappears with her new girlfriend, who I didn't get to see. Did you see her, Fez?
I said hello to her really quick as I was
Attractive?
running into the ladies. Very beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For a girl, would you say she's pretty?
Yeah, as far as chicks go, sure.
Tenacious C, did you see her?
Yeah, I thought she was cute.
Did you say anything to drive them away?
No, of course
Did
not.
Al start his crap out there?
I know, that's what I'm thinking. And nobody knows what happened. All I hear is, I turned around and they were gone. That's the story I get from everybody.
All right, now Sheepy is telling me it's not a cheerleader, it's a bikini girl. Pantera, I'm actually, if I find out that this is true, I'm going to stop reading your instant feedback.
Pantera may be banned from instant feedbacking.
They're actually both right. It's a bikini cheerleader. The cheerleaders wear bikinis.
Actually, Sheepy and Pantera are both right.
All right, now Sheepy loses his thing for starting trouble. Because he could say it's also,
yeah,
they wear bikinis. Not just, oh, Pantera's wrong.
The backbiting.
That should be the damn fight. Pantera and Sheepy.
I would love it.
You know what? Maybe we'll take away the prom from Sheepy. Maybe that's the only thing we'll do.
Nice. The prom's coming up at the end of May.
Pantera just writes to me, phew.
How do you spell that?
P-H-E-W. Phew.
Dodged a bullet.
See, why would you wander off when you know that you're supposed to be in here?
For the last
Sorry.
week of your
What
internship?
happened with you? I see you on the phone. Who are you calling?
I wasn't on the phone.
Yeah, I saw you on the phone.
Oh, I was calling stuff about the big ass night of fights.
Who are you calling?
Fighters for Billy.
Billy? What the hell is Billy doing that he can't be handling this? Oh.
Why is Billy so busy? And why is any of that going on while we're doing the show?
And
in the meantime, excuse me, guests are going over the wall.
Isn't that producer's work and not intern work? What would you say, Roy?
Yes, it definitely
Wouldn't you
is.
feel more comfortable, you being the young hustler that you are?
Yes, without a doubt.
Do you know that this was happening?
No, I had no idea, and I'm very upset about it. Very angry.
All right, who told you to do it?
Al.
Thank God for you. You're lucky. You almost got a spanking.
Have you learned anything from Al, your immediate supervisor during this internship?
I want you to tell the truth.
No, not really.
You haven't learned one thing from Al.
No, he's always getting himself into trouble. I really don't think I can learn from that.
Everything he does is wrong. Do the opposite.
How about how to enjoy new foods like ham and mayonnaise?
Yes, definitely that.
That's all right, see. I'm beginning to notice a pattern. Tonight, he runs off Ice Cream Girl and her friend, that was going to be our new friend. Last night, he runs off Rob Halford.
By screaming through his gag, I'll sue you. All right, IKEA Boy said Spider-Man's playing at the UA Union Square tomorrow. I might have a good spillover audience. For that
And the heavy metal parking lot?
Yeah, because that happens to a lot of small films. They try to open then because people show up to see the big film. Oh, it's not there. We're already here. What else is there?
Yeah, can't get in, so you look for something else just since you're already at the theater. 877-692-1027.
All right, how are we going to give out all this band stuff?
What was the plan on that? Because we have the Last Waltz DVD plus the 4 CD box set to give out.
All right, wait a minute. You're going to hate this.
Oh, God.
Here's what I'm getting from, I'm not going to say who told me. Get Al in here. Get Al Dukes in here.
Bring gay. Alan.
I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm gay.
You can't come popping in here as gay as a cricket. Please don't break my
All right, Al?
Yes.
I got a report that, here's what the report is, and I'm not saying who it's from. Okay?
Okay.
I'll just say a reliable source.
Okay.
Al gets pissed, yanks a beer out of Ice Cream Girl's hand, throws it, and breaks it in the garbage can.
That was...
Al, that's a guest of ours.
Oh, my gosh, I'm furious.
But hold on, that had nothing to do with, because that was all settled and everything was okay after that. The thing
Why
that you left was
would
something
you
separate.
take a beer out of a guest hand,
I'll tell you.
and throw it in the trash can.
So hard that it breaks.
Yes, because I was furious, because I told her 100 times the same thing.
What?
She brought a friend of hers. I didn't know how old the girl was, and at the time the girl did not have ID. So Ice Cream Girl was drinking a beer and handed it to her friend, and I said, I don't have ID on this girl. There's no drinking. So she said, okay. On the phones, I turn around. The girl has the beer. I said, I told you already.
How did the girl turn out to be?
21. She did. I found ID. I got an ID afterwards.
First of all, we can always trust Ice Cream Girl.
See, I can't trust her.
But you don't need to be breaking people's beers.
So I asked...
Was that beer she brought from home or one of ours?
One of ours.
All right, you're replacing that.
That's no problem. I told her 3 times. I looked over again. She had it. Like a father, I walked up. I grabbed the beer.
You know you're not her father, right? But go ahead.
I was so furious. And I opened the garbage can, and I slammed it as hard as I could into it to send a message to her.
All right, Al, you're not to send messages to our guest.
And then they got
Who named you messenger?
Then they got the ID, and everything was fine.
You know, it's you. You're the problem. You're like a maniac. And now you're thinking you're people's fathers.
No, I'm just saying, I had to act like a father.
You realize you're not to manhandle guests.
All right, this on the instant feedback from RJ. I lost the poll. Can you check to see if it's in Al's ass?
You realize you're not to manhandle guests, and as a human being, you're not to manhandle women, my friend.
I didn't manhandle her.
You're
I
not
never
supposed
touched
to
her.
grab things out of a lady's hand.
I just grabbed the bottle.
Why? You snatched it,
the neck
according
part.
to my...
Yes, that's true.
Be a human. Be a gentleman. I'm really disturbed at this behavior.
I tried being a gentleman on a number of occasions.
But you're saying now you're acting like you're her father.
I said I had to act like a father.
Well, how do you know what a father acts like?
I guess that's...
And this on the instant feedback from another friend of ours, so I'm not going to say because you never take his stuff, is it's not your place to punish her.
Good point.
No, but it's my place to police the area.
The best points. No, it's not your place to police the area. While you're throwing people's beers around, now you have the intern calling fighters. That's a producer's job, not an intern's job.
Well, she's good. She's very good.
I know, but she's supposed to be in here with us on the show.
And everyone knows that. She is, Tenacious C is supposed to sit in here.
She's working on her comedy for the end of her internship, not doing your gig.
Okay.
Rory's job is to do your gig. We put Rory up to do your job.
Now, did you manhandle Tenacious C, too, and throw the phone at her and tell her to start calling fighters?
No, because I asked her and she just did it. She didn't.
You sure you didn't have to smack her? Backhand her like a father?
Act like a father? Lord knows what your father did to you. If that's what you think acting like a father's like.
So now you're saying this little act that you put on has nothing to do with the fact that she's not here.
Nothing to do with it.
Mr. Policing the area, keeping everything under control, why did you let 2 guests leave?
They did not want to talk to me when they were leaving. She was very upset on some type of phone call. I didn't want to physically get in front of her and block her.
Like a father?
No, I mean, that's going over the line, I think.
Why don't you take her on vacation this year? You're her father. You want to see if you can't get weekend visits.
I don't want
You're
to do
a
that.
strange little man. You know, the only time I can stand you is when you're on your knees, bound and gagged with ham in your mouth.
Well, I didn't like that.
That's the best thing you do.
Then I felt like I was getting along with you.
For your resume, for your next gig, you ought to put those talents at the top of the list. Because that's the only shining thing you've done for us.
All right, so many people.
And all you have to do is talk. Do you think if Ronnie and I had been able to leave the microphones and go out there and talk to her, that she would have still stomped out of here and left?
No, but I have a weird relationship with her.
You have no relationship with anybody.
So I tried, and then I sent someone who I thought had a good relationship with her to try to get her.
I got this on the instant feedback. Why didn't you ground her to make her stay?
Send her to her room.
You're her father. What a nut.
I have a weird, short temper with her.
As a producer, you can't have that.
You know what? I got a weird short temper, too. Rory, take him down!
Take him down! Take him down!
Oh. That was
nice.
Too hard. One of these days, he's going to break his chicken neck.
How's your chicken neck?
What is that?
That's a beer bong for you.
You're replacing that beer. by drinking one.
Yeah.
I can't do these.
I think you can do it this time.
Well, you know what? Right now, we would have been interviewing the lovely ice cream girl and her guest, our new friend. But you know what? You blew that for us. So you're going to fill her interview time somehow.
With beer bunks.
That seems like a good way.
Hey, how did we say we were going to give away these DVD and CD price packs, Roy?
It was going to be pretty much like the most embarrassing thing you have that you bought at a concert, like a paraphernalia from a band.
You know what? It was strange when I saw the other night Ozzy Saves. That little sticker. That was that Jack Osborne was putting up. That was done in the Jesus Fish deal. Are you going to beer bong tonight, Al?
I'll try it, but it's going to waste another beer.
That'll be
I'm
two
not
you're
good
making
at
up.
these. I don't even remember how this works.
You put your mouth around it. You know how that works.
Oh, yeah. I had forgotten.
There you go. You got the beer bong.
Yeah.
You put your mouth around the bong. You got the tube coming out the side.
Make it happen this time, okay, Al?
Yeah, I think I can do it.
As soon as you turn the beer, as soon as you start drinking, you release the pressure on that side tube. That's going to pump the air out. The beer's going to go right down your throat.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
There he goes. It's up.
Oh, jeez.
And he's wearing it. Wearing it.
There's not a father in the
that.
business that can't do that.
How are you supposed to teach your children? Now you've wasted another beer.
I'll put it in.
Oh.
Gross, Sal. It's just disgusting. Now you're all covered in beer and you stink.
I've never been able to do one of those things. My throat doesn't open up the way it's supposed to.
Thank you. Time that one.
We'll mark that at 9:34:55.
All right. Today should say I hate to have you in here doing your work instead of Al's. But we're going to ask you to judge this tonight.
Oh, perfect. I love judging people.
Well, she's so cute. She's so damn cute.
Why can't Al be done in a week and Tenacious C stays?
I would love that. Seriously, that would be my fantasy.
I have no problems with that.
Is there any way that could possibly happen?
We'll have to ask the Blue Fairy.
Al, do you have anything to teach us?
Alan actually tries to be the father figure to the guests, or as he calls them, his children.
Some of them, yes.
You're a whack dog. You know that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of that and the short temper with her for some reason.
You don't need to be speaking to her. I told you a long time ago.
Right. That's what I was trying to avoid.
And I heard that you were furious that she was going to be one of these cheerleaders.
Right.
Why's that got to do with you?
Why go on every show? I don't understand.
She is more than welcome to go on every show. Did you say something to her about that?
I did not.
See, we keep getting these little hints. We have no idea. Everyone says we don't know why Ice Cream Girl and her friend left, but we keep getting these little hints.
I had to punch you in the chest for acting like none of our girls should go on O&A because I have told them all, every one of them, they're more than welcome, and I encourage it.
Oh, I just didn't think that they should go on both shows. I would think you just pick one.
I would think you should
Roy,
quit acting.
Take them down and take them down hard.
Really, really hard.
Oh, you know what? Oh.
That was hard. That was into the cart wall.
Also, I didn't even notice this till Roy went back the second time. Look at the finger marks on his neck.
Oh, man, there's a
turn around.
handprint.
All right, Al, get up slow. Turn around so we can see the side of your neck. Look at there, big fingerprints.
Oh, man, the reverse choke slam.
Yeah. Al, you know what? I ought to punch you in the chest.
The guests are not your children.
Let me check in with our real producer.
Spy Report.
Here's Gary, the O&A kid, who does both shows, Al.
That's true.
And Opie and Anthony have always been kind to us that way, and we will return that kindness in turn. Here's Gary.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, buddy? You got a...
Spy Report.
There's 18 seconds left. They're beating... New Jersey's beating Indiana by 2. and they have a foul shot. Reggie Miller's shooting. This is the last shot. He just got it.
Oh,
They're
geez.
down by 1.
Oh, my God. It was 10 points when you called us.
Yeah, well,
What
now
happened?
they came back.
I think you're a jinx, Scary.
I'm not.
All right, what's the score now?
I'm not.
It's 93 to 94, New Jersey.
All right, New Jersey's winning. Who has the ball?
New Jersey.
All right, so we've got to hold on to the ball. They're probably going to foul him here, right?
Definite.
Yeah, you make the sound.
Intentional foul.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how much time left now?
18.7 seconds left.
Nice.
Oh, boy.
But isn't he the best producer we have?
He is great. Him and Tenacious C. I would love to get them working together and producing this show.
I wish I would
I'll
get
do
him.
the intros.
I would love that.
I'll be like, the Pharrell with the, sports,
Sports stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like every second I'll walk in until you scored.
Right, that would be great. Every second, Fezzi, he's walking in, he's telling us scores.
I wish we could get him bust out here.
Well, I might come this Friday. Are you going to be here?
I don't know. Here's, all right, where are we at in the game right now? Is it timeout?
18.7 seconds left. They just took a timeout
Right.
on New Jersey.
Okay, still a timeout after Reggie Miller's free throw.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold, okay?
All right.
And we'll come back to you.
Okay.
We're going to check in with you constantly, so keep tuned.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, and I'm trying to understand this game, and this, by the way, the stuff from the band, absolutely fabulous. It's the best concert of all time, and we've got the DVD, and then also we have the extended 4 CD pack, right?
Yes, we do.
We'll give you both things together, your last waltz pack.
All we're looking for is worst band paraphernalia. Is that it, Rory?
Yeah, worst. Like if you're at a concert, you buy like a, just a stupid thing at the concert, like a ring. Or...
All right, give us one of yours, because I don't know where you're going with this game.
All right, at a Counting Crows concert, I bought a gold disc of August and Everything After. It was $40.
Why?
And it's the same songs and everything. There's nothing extra on it. It's just gold.
How high were you?
Yeah, I was high at the time, actually, but... And now I look
Didn't
at...
even get there. Were you a big Counting Crows fan?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. I don't know. I think it's the lyrics.
Yeah, it's beautiful lyrics. What, am I crazy?
But, I mean...
You couldn't get into the Dave Matthews show and you spilled over into that one?
I was so excited when I got it, too. And
Sure
then,
you were. Every rich kid likes to waste money.
And then when I, looking at it now, I look at it, I'm like, why the heck do I even have it? And there's actually even a scratch on it, too, so it can't even be, real gold. Because a gold record... gold
For $40?
A gold CD would not scratch.
It's good
This
quality,
was-
though.
Must have been a rocking show, huh?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. That was the best show I've ever seen in an elevator. It was that rocking.
Do you still have this gold CD?
Yes, I do.
I bet you could get $2-3 for that on the eBay.
Probably not even that much.
And whatever you should have taken that $40 you spent, bought some bullets, loaded up a gun, and shot yourself in the eye.
I wish I did at this point now.
All right, I don't know whether this game of yours is going to go over. 877-692-1027. We're basically looking at bad paraphernalia of Counting Crows. By the way, Sweet Melissa
The Counting Crows
has offered to buy yours for $5.
Wow, that's the best offer you're going to get. I'd take her up on it.
I will definitely sell it to her.
All right, $5, Melissa. Going once, twice, and unless someone's grandmother calls, it's sold for $5. It's the Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Ron and Fez here telling you about Paisanos of Mulberry Street in the heart of Little Italy.
Fezzy, where else do we like better than Paisanos?
Oh, nowhere else.
That's right.
Nowhere else on this planet.
Let me ask you this. Who's got better food?
No one. No one has better food than Joey Paisano.
Nobody has better food than Paisanos because it's authentic Italian cuisine made from original old world recipes. Fezzy, I get down there and just order the apps and have the time of my life.
Very nice. And right now, every pasta on the menu is only $7.85. That's with your choice of incredible lunch specials and a free glass of wine with your dinner when you mention Ron and Fez.
Paisano is open weekends till 2 a.m., and we're taking the gang down there tomorrow night, Fuzzy.
All right.
We're going out and eat
Yes.
some decent Italian food.
Oh, excellent.
Which means no Brett Michaels. No Brett Michaels.
He's not coming with us?
No.
All right. Paisano and Mulberry Street.
Everybody's making faces behind your back now, Fezzy.
Well, who's making a face?
And then
They'll be excluded from Paisanos. Facemakers.
He also went party at the same time as you went the other direction. Well, we're going to be partying at Paisanos.
Paisano, Mulberry Street, in the heart of Little Italy, 136 Mulberry. That's between Grand and Hester.
Now, we're going to pick up, the fried ravioli, the eggplant parmesan, Paisanos of Mulberry Street. It's the place to party. It's also a very romantic place to take your chick.
Give them a call for reservations, 965-1188. That number, 965-1188. You'll find out why we say...
You'll love Paisano. You'll love Paisano. Hey, it's my kind of restaurant.
Yeah.
Spy Report.
All right, we're going to do a quick spy report right here in the middle of spots and go back to Gary, the O&A kid. Gary.
Spy
Hey,
Report.
guys.
Yeah.
You're never going to believe this. Time running down. Kid missed the free throw. They pass to Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller gets the three-pointer to tie. They're going into overtime.
Unbelievable. Reggie Miller is an effing killer, this guy.
They're playing right now. Indiana has the ball.
All right, so we're in overtime?
Yes.
All right, how long is the overtime?
5 minutes.
All right,
5-minute OT.
All right, we're going to... I'll just keep you on hold, okay,
Yeah,
Gary?
all right.
All right,
All
buddy.
right.
You're the sports guy for the Ron and Fez show.
Stay with us, Gary.
Stay with us, everyone. As we come back, giving out some Last Waltz DVDs and CDs.
The 4-CD box set from Rhino.
We're looking for bad paraphernalia that you picked up at rock concerts. Well, you got to have a writer's meeting. It's the Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
We're Ron and Fez. Not a couple of clowns, just Ron and Fez.
Fezzy, big...
Spy Report. Spy Report. Spy Report.
Look who is here and just saw the brand new Star Wars.
Oh, man, from Foundry Music, Steve and Jeff are here.
Yeah.
You guys just saw Star Wars?
Attack of the Clones.
Just walked out of the Ziegfeld not 20 minutes ago and saw the second Star Wars movie.
And my heart is still racing.
Really?
Yeah, still racing. I can't calm down. I probably won't be able to calm down for another 2 hours.
Un-effing believable.
All right. Now, how did you guys feel about the last one?
Phantom Menace.
You hated the last one?
Didn't hate it, wasn't very happy with it, to be perfectly honest.
I was kind of the same way. I mean, I certainly didn't hate it as much as most of the people who did hate it.
Right.
But I'm really looking forward to this one. Really had high hopes and surpasses?
Yeah. Surpasses by leaps and bounds.
Wow.
Just very, very cool battle scenes. The dialogue is not as campy because Lucas had help writing this one. He wrote he wrote episode 1 by himself.
Right.
He brought in a second screenwriter to help him with this one.
Good idea.
It helps.
It shows.
It really shows.
Show.
Dialogue is not as cheesy as it was on the during episode 1. Storyline flows much better. Develops so much better. The characters are really cool. The scenery is gorgeous. Is absolutely stunning. Not one frame goes by where there's not some computer generated piece of imagery on the screen.
And somehow they were able to work Anna Paquin's what's her name?
Which one?
Queen Amidala?
Natalie Portman's
Natalie.
midriff.
Oh, midriff.
How's she looking?
Very tight.
Yeah.
Very tight.
Skin tight white outfit for the bulk of the performance. Very cool.
Any big twist? Any turns? Are we going to be shocked?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Several.
Yeah.
And
stuff that you hadn't seen on the net anywhere.
I had read about it and had a few hints dropped, but stuff that you're not going to see coming.
Don't believe anything you read on the internet.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of rumors.
Well, I know that...
Internet's crap.
Yeah.
And that's from Foundry Music.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wow, man. I'm so glad that you guys are pumped.
Yeah.
Now, I have a bet with this rich kid, Rory, who tells me Spider-Man is going to make more money, that more people are going to go see Spider-Man.
No.
There's no way, right?
No. No.
Good, because I could use the cash from them.
I mean, this is an established franchise. It's going to have a zillion people going.
And the real hardcore fans are going to love it.
Yeah, I mean, this was an industry type screening. There was press boxes and whatnot, and there were grown people in suits and ties high-fiving and hooting and hollering in this thing. This was very cool.
I am so excited now.
Yeah, so am I. I'm freaking out.
You could tell by the smiles on people's faces as you left the theaters just how happy they were, like they were kids again.
Yeah.
Like they'd seen the first three for the first time.
New characters?
Yeah, a lot of new characters, a lot of cameos from people. It's in a time, I hate to sound so cliche, but in a time where movies are so frigging mediocre, it's so nice to see something that somebody worked their ass off on.
Speak the truth.
Yeah.
And
it has been a bad 2 years for movies.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a long time since we had a fun movie.
Yeah.
Now, what about Yoda? Does it look good? Does it...
We can't talk about Yoda.
You know
I mean, Yoda is... There's no more puppet Yoda.
Yeah.
Yoda is
he's
not
all
a puppet.
digital now.
Yoda's all digital, and in one scene in particular, it's very, very cool to watch what Yoda does.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait.
So
You guys talk about that scene.
And you guys,
talk about that.
right. But you guys didn't walk away going, that came off cheesy.
No.
Because that was a big concern for everybody.
No, there's actually one part I had read about when one of the guys, someone had leaked some information out of the net, and this was actually true, said, wait till you see Yoda do this.
Right.
It's doesn't look fake, it doesn't look cheesy, it looks very cool.
I hate to sound sentimental, but my heart sang when that scene came out.
You were singing. I was singing away.
I felt like I was.
You're so queer. I am distancing myself from that comment.
It was like I was that little kid sitting in the theater, seeing it for the first time, and it was just unbelievable. And the crowd erupted. Oops.
There's Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas is saying, both of you, shut up.
You know what? I bet in any review of this film, we are not going to hear the sentence, Yoda made my heart sing.
I hope so. I hope that catches on.
I hope not.
Wow, man.
Very
you guys have
very
got me
close
pumped.
to weeping.
Yeah.
Very close.
Because, Fez and I were just talking the other day, are people not as up for this one?
No,
Yeah.
I think the buzz from people like Jeff and I who are going to go and see this thing is
And take it to the street.
Right.
and take it to the streets.
Get out there.
The buzz is going to develop on this thing. It's so much better than that last.
Because the last one we were there midnight.
Mm-hmm.
And the hardcores are fighting in front of you with
their lightsabers.
Right.
I was expecting to see a horde of goons in suits and costumes, but it was just industry people. Just you guys.
So you're saying there was
hush-hush.
No reason for them to really be into it, right?
And one thing that's going to please a lot of people is no Jar Jar or very little Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 minutes.
And used tactfully, in my opinion.
Very tactfully, window dressing, Jar Jar's there, okay, great.
Yeah.
Away with him.
And a pivotal role in the storyline and how it developed.
That's what Harry Knowles told us when he did the show. Because he saw it on a little TV, though.
Right.
Yeah, in a hotel room.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got me pumped, because I'll tell you the truth, I was not exactly believing Harry. He's given me some bad turns before.
Technically, the sound, unbelievable.
Yeah?
Unbelievable. The sound effects for the various monsters.
Yeah.
I mean, things that I've never heard before, and things I've never seen before.
And this is all digital? Did it look different to you?
Digital.
No, it's very clean. I mean, this is Lucas. Lucas owns the companies that provide the special effects for everybody else in Hollywood.
He put his boys to work.
It's taking money out of the left pocket, putting into the right for him, so he can spend a year and a half developing the CG effects for the backgrounds, huge castles and sweeping landscapes that are all computer generated.
I'm not even going to take the elevators down. I think I'm just going to skip down.
He's going to skip down because his heart's singing.
His heart is singing. During the last commercial break, I walked out in the hallway. These guys are screaming in the hallway.
Yeah.
They're so excited. They can't contain themselves.
And when's the last time a movie did that to you? I mean, when's the last movie you saw that really made you go, yeah, and made you just cheer for what you were watching on the screen?
The last porno I saw.
For me.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
I got a good porno the other day that did that.
Really?
I'm glad to hear it, though, man. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Yeah,
right,
very, very cool.
Thanks, guys.
No problem.
No problem.
We're giving out a bunch of DVDs and CDs for The Last Waltz. And keeping with our movie theme, I guess, here tonight, Fezzy.
Sure, the brand new DVD of The Last Waltz and the new 4 CD box set. That is from Rhino. 877-692-1027.
And the way that we're doing this, all right, we have to check in with another
spy report.
With O&A kid. Gary is still on the line for us. He is watching the Nets game for us. Gary, sports announcer for the Ron and Fez show. What's up? Oops.
Hello?
Hold on, I went to the wrong line. Gary.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey,
It
O&A
is
kid.
a heart-racing game. 107 to 105. Knowing the Pacers are going to pass to Reggie Miller.
How much time left in this first
8 seconds.
Nets are winning?
That's it.
All right, Nets are winning. And what's the score?
107 to 105.
All right, 107 to 105. And you said last time Reggie hit a three-pointer to
Going to overtime.
tie it up and put it in overtime.
Well, if Reggie hits a three-pointer again, they win.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, so 8 seconds left in this first overtime.
They're coming right back out, and Indiana has the ball.
All right, call it for us, okay?
All right.
We're just going to turn the show over to you, Gary.
All right, guys.
The 12-year-old sports announcer for the Ron and Fez show.
He's handling it for us.
8 seconds left in overtime. Indiana gets the ball.
Go ahead.
Nothing yet.
It hasn't started yet?
They pass. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. They scored. Tie game.
Oh, what's the score now?
7-7. 107.
All right, how much time left?
I think like 4 seconds left.
All right, so we'll now Nets calling timeout?
No. Yeah, they just did.
All right, the Nets are calling timeout. All right, so we'll come back to you. As the
I don't
Nets...
think you're going to have enough time. 3 seconds left.
3 seconds, you can score in 3 seconds.
Sure.
Yeah, but I think they just called the 20-second timeout.
All right, 20-second timeout. All right, so we'll stay with you on this one.
All right.
Fuzzy, are we ever going to give out this last wall stuff?
There's so much excitement going on around us.
Everyone's heart is singing.
Yoda makes my heart sing.
All right, where are we at in the timeouts right now?
They're just coming back. To the court right now.
Okay, here we go. We got a
spy report.
Tie game with 3 seconds left in over.
3.1 seconds left.
3.1 seconds left. Nets and Pacers.
Let's see. They're gonna win.
They're gonna. Who's they?
The New Jersey Nets.
Okay. So
Everybody from Indiana just came out in the court. The ref just told them to sit back down.
Good one. All right. So jerks. Fez, even though we don't have a TV here, I feel like with Gary, the O&A kid, I'm seeing the game. My heart sings.
Oh man!
What? What?
Jason Kidd just missed. They're going into double overtime.
Oh, tied at 107 apiece. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to stay up tonight, Gary.
I will. Don't
Okay,
worry.
buddy, we'll come back to you, okay?
I'll stay with you guys all night until the win.
All right. Thank you very much, buddy.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Spy report.
Double overtime. Nets and Pacers.
It's the NBA with the O&A kid.
He does a good job, doesn't he, Fezzy?
He does real good.
He does better than our...
He does excellent. So, and he's going to keep us abreast as the game goes into a second overtime now. Gary the O&A kid. So, 877-692-1027. We have the last Walt pack to give away. That includes the new DVD and the 4 CD box set from
All right.
Rhino.
Tenacious C, you will be judging whether or not anybody's got bad enough paraphernalia to win the last wall set, the DVD and CDs. Literally the greatest concert of all time. Hey, David. David, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, this goes back around the same time as The Last Waltz, but it's probably the exact opposite.
Uh-huh.
But I'm the proud owner of a Peter Frampton Comes Alive T-shirt and bandana.
Oh, and bandana.
Oh, nice.
Now, Fezzy, at the time, what was that, 76, 77? Let me check with Weeble. Was it 76, 77 this came out?
Yeah, I had it in high school, and I graduated 76, so it was 75, 76, I believe.
All right, so literally everybody who lived in the suburbs had to own that album as well as the T-shirt.
And the A-track.
And the A-track. You still have yours this long after the fact?
I still have the T-shirt.
What do you think? Would you give it to him?
I'm liking his commitment. I think, yeah.
Oh, the fact that he's committed to The Rock.
Yes.
He's staying with The Rock.
Wow.
All right, so there's the first one, Fez.
We have more, don't worry.
It's the Last Waltz DVD and CD packs.
So the DVD is available in stores on Tuesday, May 7th. The 4-CD box set, that's available right now on Rhino.com.
All right, let's go to Mark. Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, guys. 7424 here.
All right, buddy.
Right on. All right. 4 or 5 years ago, at a Black Crowes concert, I bought Black Crowes brand rolling papers.
Actually, that's kind of on the cool side, isn't it, Say? What do you think? I mean, you got papers. It's going to work for you.
Papers do always come in handy.
Yeah, so it's up to you. You're the one who picks.
That is pretty weird, though, and it's kind of lame, so I think I will go with that.
Wow, you're just going to be handing these out no matter who calls, huh?
I'm very giving.
Thanks, C.
All right. This is not going to last long.
No, 877-692-1027.
Hey, Ryan. Ryan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi.
Hey, Ryan.
How are you?
I am the proud owner of a Barry Manilow calendar and coffee mug.
Barry Manilow calendar and coffee mug. What do you think, say?
It's a little too gay.
Right,
oh, my God.
All right, say it. I got to try to re-explain the game here to our judge, Tenacious C, Fezzy. This is supposed to be embarrassing stuff that you own.
Right.
Yeah, but a calendar,
Not the best
I want
stuff.
something interesting.
Or the most valuable stuff.
All right, here is...
I'd love to get that Barry Manilow calendar.
Sure you would. I'd like to have any calendar in our office. Here's Rudy. Rudy the Rabbit. How you doing, buddy?
All right.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Radio City Music Hall in 1981.
Oops, can't say that word.
Oh, no, you cannot.
Yeah, you cannot say that word. Here is Mike. Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, buddy.
This was actually pretty recently at a Dylan concert at the Garden.
Yeah.
A Highway 61 lighter.
Oh, so it's not from the 60s?
No, it was off the last album.
Now, why would you feel like you needed a Highway 61 lighter?
I don't know. Maybe I think I was so high at the time it sounded like a good idea.
Well, say what do you think of that?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Tenacious C is the judge in here tonight.
Here, we're looking for bad paraphernalia that you picked up at any of these shows. Fez, you got one?
You know what? My thing was always tour books. And I love to get the tour book.
Why?
The big
I never understood that. It's not like you're at a sports show where you need to find out. What do you need to know? The bass player? Look on the back of the album.
And then they'd always be halfway ruined by the time the concert was over anyway. I got me a Tom Petty Rock and Roll Caravan.
What the hell are you doing with that?
Tour book. I think I still have it.
And what is there, just like pictures from the tour?
Yeah, that sort of thing. I think it was from 87, 86, 87. So, yeah, I still have that somewhere. And Tenacious C, don't judge me.
You know what? I tell you what, I'd give you the thing right now, Fez, because anybody who buys a tour book.
I always got the damn T-shirt and the tour book. I know I have a Tom Petty. You can't call it it's like a baseball shirt, but it's not a jersey. It's like those 3/4 sleeves.
Yeah, it's like you wear under your baseball jersey, right?
Right, yeah. 3/4 sleeves. I got a Tom Petty one of those, too. The sleeves are red, the shirt's white, and it's got some iron on it.
Well, that's not so bad, but the tour book I got no time for. But I got news for you. Maybe it's a corny thing in me, but I'm never buying anybody's crap. I just can't stand the angle. I can't stand the angle of them going, okay, what else can we do to get these rubes money? It's bad enough you're paying, $60, $70 for tickets now. Now, all of a sudden, they got a tour book.
And the beer line, jeez.
Here is Justin. Justin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Justin.
Bodies, what's going on?
Yeah.
This is kind of embarrassing. When I was about 8 years old, my sister was obsessed with Menudo. So my parents dragged me and her to a concert, and I bought a big yellow button that said Menudo across it.
Now, why? I mean, I understand your sister, but why you?
I don't know. I don't know.
How do you feel about this one, Say?
Menudo is pretty embarrassing, so I think he might be getting that one.
Is he getting it or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
3 gone.
Wow.
3 out of the 5 are gone, Roy.
We have 2 left.
Hey, Weeble, I want you and Al to check on this storm, okay?
Okay, I'll do that right now.
I'm getting reports from Jersey, a real bad storm. all over the place. And I know we had tornado warnings that we heard from our producers, and then they never heard back from them again the rest of the night.
No, that's their AccuWeather forecast. We'll tell you a few hours before and never give you an update. 877-692-1027.
Here's Bart.
Hey.
Hey, Bart.
Yeah, I got a Snoop Dogg bobblehead when he was at the Garden with Eminem and all of them. I keep it on my dashboard with pride.
Sure, I'm sure you would.
On your dashboard?
Actually, I wouldn't mind having a Snoop bobblehead. That's something that I would be proud of. What do you think, C?
Yeah, that's not all that embarrassing.
It's too
Everybody has
cool?
those.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah.
You've never seen me.
You don't know me, honey.
Fact.
All right.
Here's,
Tenacious C says no.
Here is, let's go back into a
Spy report
with Gary the O&A kid.
Hey, guys. 109, 1012, New Jersey.
New Jersey back in the lead, which they seem to do until it's...
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, they're not out of the woods yet.
Nope, and 1 minute to go.
1 minute to go with
Actually,
this.
2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes. Okay. All right, the Nets up by 3 right now in the second overtime, right?
Yep.
All right, series tied at 2-2.
Yes, this is if Indiana wins, they're going on to round 2, and if New Jersey wins, they're going on to round 2. So
Right, this is the rubber match.
Right.
it's dead heat game.
All right, all the marbles are out there. Okay, buddy, we'll come back to you, all right?
All right, guys.
Spy report. Spy report.
Thank God we got a sports reporter for this show now, Fezzi.
This is excellent, and Gary the O&A kid doing such a great job tonight, keeping us completely updated on the Nets-Pacers game.
Hey, Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Mark.
13314.
Hoo-ah!
Mike Cameron from the Seattle Mariners hit 4 home runs in the first 5 innings of the game tonight.
Spy report. Spy
He
report.
just was up in the 7th inning and he got hit in the ass.
Yeah.
It's supposed to happen after the second one, I think.
Right.
But they scored 10 runs in the first inning. He and Brett Boone both hit 2 home runs in the first inning.
In the same inning. Oh, my God. What an embarrassment.
And it's 13-2 now. They just got out in the 7th, so maybe they'll score and get him up again.
What is it, 5 home runs in one game? Or is
No, I think 4 is the record.
4
I think
is the record.
5 would be the record. Didn't Bobby Mercer do it? Or he did a doubleheader?
Yeah, I think he did, but I'm not sure. I have to check on that. All right, thanks, Mark.
All right.
And Mark, you're
Yeah.
kind of old to be doing
Spy report.
sports spy reports. We normally have children doing that.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah, we do that for the 12-year-olds.
Well, I just saw it happen. So
All right, thanks a lot, my friend.
Sit.
Oh, this...
What a weird night.
Yeah, this show has everything for you, Fez.
I thought last night was weird with the ham and mayo. This has an odd feel to it, too.
But nothing was weirder than the ham and mayo. Fezzi.
Right now, we still have Last Waltz prize packs to give out. That includes the brand new DVD and the 4 CD box set.
Here is Tom. Tom, you're on Run It Fez.
Hey,
guys.
Tom.
Hey there. Hey, and when I first came to town, early 80s, NYU used to have these big bluegrass things, and my favorite bluegrass band at the time, Hot Rise, came to town. And these guys had more junk to sell. They went from $1 to $1,000, and I walked out of there with a fly swatter.
What the hell?
A Hot Rise fly swatter?
What
Yeah.
the hell were they selling for $1,000?
Pete Wernick, the banjo player, ran a banjo camp. They had the first people
So
I
you
ever
could
saw
go-
at a concert that had the credit card swipers.
Yeah, right.
And and they all had like a dozen albums out and instructional stuff. It was, and they did a really good comedy sketch too. They were also Red Knuckles and the Trailblazers. They played Western Swing, but they were really funny.
I hate to tell you this, but this sounds like a nightmare to me. It's bluegrass and comedy.
Like a Jerry Van Dyke show.
Red remembers the 60s, exactly.
All right, what do you think, C?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. I thought you had it.
Hey, I also have a Donnie and Marie shirt. It still fits. I
Oh,
could
that
produce
one
it.
would have worked. That one would have
you
worked.
should have gone with that one.
Spy report.
Let's go back with Gary, the O&A kid, Fezzi, and find out what's happened at the Nets game. Hey, Gary, you got a score for us.
59 seconds left. 109 stays as that, and 114.
For the Nets.
Yep.
So the Nets are winning by 5 with 59.
59.5 5 seconds left.
Oh, okay. Just
All right.
under a minute. Barely under a minute.
All right, so we're up by 5. Who's got the ball, Gary?
You're never going to believe this, but Reggie Miller had the ball, ready to shoot a three-pointer. He stepped on the line, never even noticed. Jason Kidd fell and hurt his knee.
Jason Kidd is hurt?
Wow.
He was so in shock that he fell and hurt his knee. So he's out of the game now.
From pure shock, he fell.
I know he's still in the game, but he just got shocked and fell.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Like he just couldn't believe someone would step on the line.
Like he had just seen the new Star Wars. He was that shocked.
Was his heart singing?
53, 52, 51, 50.
Here's a countdown.
And they have the ball.
Who's they?
New Jersey.
All right, New Jersey has the ball now.
And now there's going to be a lot of intentional fouls to try and stop the clock.
Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of them.
All right, we'll come back to you, okay, Gary?
They just scored.
Who's they?
New Jersey.
All right, what's the score now?
109, 116.
Spy report. Spy report.
This one looks like it's in the bag now, Gary.
It is.
Are you?
They're out of the woods.
All right, are you... Gary, are you going to be a Nets fan again?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because at the beginning of the night, you weren't into them too much.
Well, they weren't playing so good. If you looked at their stats, points in paint was, Indiana 11 and New Jersey 9.
Okay, hold on, buddy.
All right.
All right.
All right, there's our...
Spy report. Spy report.
Our sports reporter, Gary, the O&A kid, Fezzi, painting a picture with words. I'm excited like I was there. I feel like I was courtside.
Feels like it. Like you're right there with a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to this, what I call Rory contest, Fezzi.
All roared up.
And we got the Tenacious C judging this, and I think being pretty easy on people.
Well, so far she's given out 3 sets of the Last Waltz DVD and the new 4-CD box set, limited edition CD sampler.
It's like she's throwing them out there with a big meat fist, Fezzi, one after another.
Meat fist full of CD box sets.
I don't want to be associated with
Between these two things, it's got to be like $120. You just threw out $360.
I'm in a good
like
mood.
it's nothing. All right, so Tenacious C is the judge. You have to get past her. We're looking for just the worst rock paraphernalia you ever picked up when you were out at a concert. 877-692-1027.
All right, here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, Jim.
Yes.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey, I have a Richard Marx concert T-shirt.
Oh, my God. Why would you do this? You're a guy, right?
A long time ago, dude. I cut the sleeves off. I cut the collar off.
So you can look like Richard Marx.
Yeah, I was looking cool.
Why didn't you just cut your throat?
Should have done that.
How
Also, they were
old were
selling
you?
his first album. That you could get on album or CD. I went album because those CDs were going nowhere.
Sure, they're not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know,
I still got it. Can't play it, but I still got it.
What songs are on that first album that you love so much?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, right.
No clue.
All right, what do you think of this one, Steve?
Richard Marx is pretty embarrassing, but T-shirt, it's kind of
Just a
boring.
T-shirt. Okay.
But I cut it, honey.
Sorry.
I'm sure you look good.
Here's Ron. Ron, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Hey.
Yeah.
Big ass card holder. I registered for the card about 8 months ago and still haven't gotten it.
Where's the new cards at, Roy?
They're just finishing being printed.
Yeah, right.
For 8 months.
You're a liar and a thief.
Yeah, you are.
That's
what do you got for us, Ron?
I got a concert T-shirt from Boyz II Men 2 and a keychain that I paid about $12 for, made of plastic.
Wow.
Got all their faces on it.
You love Boyz II Men that much, huh?
I was 17 at the time.
Yeah, so?
I know. Everyone uses that as an excuse.
I'm 17. I was going to Led Zeppelin shows. What am I going to tell you here? All right, what do you think?
Too boring.
Yeah, too boring. I'm
Wow,
sorry.
okay. All right. You do have to...
17? Come on. You should be in the music by then.
They act like they didn't know any better. I was 4 and my dad made me buy it.
Let's see. David, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, David.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Fez. Tenacious, how are you? I just want to tell you, this is very embarrassing for me. It was a periwinkle blue baseball-style jersey with front and back printing of Styx Grand Illusion Tour back in 1981 or 2 or something like that.
Well, I'll tell you, if you would only had the next one, that whole Mr. Roboto thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
They
cause
lost
Paradise Theater?
They lost all their market during the Mr. Roboto angle.
But you'll never forget that song, will you?
All right. What do you think, C?
No, not impressed.
Okay, we're looking for bad rock paraphernalia that you picked up over the years.
877-692-1027. What's on the line is a prize pack of The Last Waltz brand new DVD and the new 4-CD box set, limited edition CD sampler. This is all courtesy of Rhino Entertainment. Thanks, Rhino.
Fantastic movie, fantastic CDs, and, you know, we've been promised Robbie Robertson now for, I'd say, about 5 weeks.
Oh, yeah, and every day we get...
Yeah.
You excited about Robbie?
Yeah. Yeah, Earl, we are.
Yeah. You want to have him in?
Let me check with O&A Kid before we go to our break.
Spy report.
Right. Hey, Gary, you got an update for us, buddy?
118, 109, New Jersey 6, 5, 4, game's over.
Yeah!
The game's over?
Wait a minute, Phil. Hello, New Jersey.
It's not over.
Yep, Jason Kidd had 31 points this game. That's career high in the postseason.
Wow, fantastic, Gary, but the game is basically over.
Over.
Right.
They will win it. Gary, great job for us tonight, O&A Kid.
Thank you.
You're the best, buddy.
And if we skim the 39, there's another game going on.
Spy report.
And that's too.
All right, buddy.
That
All
was
right.
excellent work tonight.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
We will take a break. Be right back. It is the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, 102.7 WAW.
We're Ron and Fez. 877-692-1027. Give it out tonight, the Last Waltz prize pack. That includes the brand new DVD and the new 4-CD box set, limited edition CD sampler from Rhino Entertainment.
And the new CD's got a lot of stuff that wasn't on the original, a lot of stuff that never made the movie. It's just out of this world fantastic. People like Muddy Waters, Eric Clapton, Bob Dylan, of course the band, Neil Young, and this great thing by Van Morrison, Caravan.
Tenacious C's the judge for giving out the prize packs tonight. Looking for the weird rock paraphernalia you would buy up at these concerts.
Really wrong, really wrong, really wrong. Just to hold you in my arms. It's all I can feel. Who's better than Van Morrison? Nobody.
No.
A little bit higher. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Hi, guys. I've got one of those embarrassing items that I've hidden in my attic because I don't want anybody to see it. Back in the mid-'80s, I went to a Go-Go's concert. I guess I had a thing for Belinda Carlisle.
Who didn't have a thing for Belinda Carlisle? I got a thing for Belinda Carlisle right here.
Oh, my gosh, look at that.
And I've kept it for her.
I think I was the only 26-year-old guy in the whole place. It was all 12-year-old girls.
Yeah, that's a little scary when you're showing up like that. I heard Britney has the same kind of deal where she goes to these shows, and a couple guys in their 40s just sitting there. Hey, I just really like her as an artist.
Yeah, it felt pretty stupid. I bought a drink coaster set of the Go-Go's.
You should have been turned into the FBI. What are you doing, 26 years old, getting a drink coaster set by the Go-Go's?
They were in these hokey bathing suits, water skiing, you know.
It sounds like a tea party set. I got a set of Go-Go's coasters.
Well,
covered in what?
No, they're just cheesy.
Covered in your own spunk.
You know it, Jim.
Jim? Should we call him Jim or Buffalo Bill?
It was actually in Binghamton.
What do you think, Tenacious C? You're the judge.
No, not feeling it.
All right,
Not feeling it.
A middle-aged guy gets a Go-Go's coaster set, and you're not feeling it. Okay.
She probably likes the Go-Go's, too. What can I say?
Everybody likes the Go-Go's.
Okay, guys.
Say, man.
Thanks anyway.
God save the Go-Go's. 877-692-1027.
Out of all the Go-Go's, this is what we're playing vacation? Hey, Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys.
Mike 8.
What's happening?
You, man.
What can we do for you?
I got
Jackson 5 reunion tour. Remember this tour? It was called the Victory Tour.
The Victory Tour, sure. That was
It
right.
was after Michael Jackson had already made it, so it was kind of pointless. I got, for some reason, tour book, baseball T-shirt, and painter's hat. Remember the painter's hats were big back then?
Fez is explaining to us that the tour book and baseball T-shirt combo is perfect.
That's what I always went for.
Always a popular combo.
And trust me, I outgrew those shirts before I did the tour book.
Now, I'm always wondering, if you think any of these things are worth money, like the Go-Go's coaster thing? I mean, somebody would have to want it first.
Gotta check out eBay.
Yeah, that's true. What do you think?
Somebody wants
it.
Too normal.
All right, too normal for you.
All right.
Yeah. Here's Rich. Rich, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Rich. 877-692-1027.
The person you're trying to reach is gay. Please try your call again.
Here is Anthony. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Anthony.
Hey, what's up, Ron and Fez? I don't have anything from like the 80s or anything, because I'm only 22, but when I was about 14 or 15, I thought it'd be a good idea to spend like $7 on one Primus condom. And all it was a regular Trojan condom, but it came in a little Primus box. Needless to say, I never used it. It just ended up becoming crusty and just
what do you think? Say,
No, it's just a box. I don't know.
yeah, but it's $7 for a condom.
Well, I'm sorry about
But
that.
imagine how you're going to impress the ladies.
But mark that on the show where C said it's just a box.
Hey, Jay, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Jay.
Buddies, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
I have a Beach Boys beach shovel and beach bucket.
Wow. I didn't know those were available.
I got news for you. That's fruity. That is fruity.
You're telling me. I was 9 when I got it. What do you think?
I don't know. The fact that you were 9
Yeah.
makes if you wouldn't have minute the 9 part.
Right. If you were 17.
You almost had me, but
All right.
All right, sit.
See you.
And hang on to that bucket and shovel.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Ron and Fez, what's up, buddies?
Hey,
Part
buddy.
number 2961. Back in 1980, the Kiss Dynasty Tour.
Yeah.
It was kind of close to Halloween, so they were selling all kinds of masks and costumes and stuff. And I opted to buy a Gene Simmons tongue extension. It was a little soft plastic, kind of like the tip of your tongue. You put it on, make your tongue longer. Hey, the chicks were freaking out when he sticks his tongue out. I'm 17 trying to get laid. What the hell?
What do you think, say?
I think that's cooler more than lame.
All right, she's going for the cool angle.
Wow.
You gotta, we're going for a little more lame here.
Now we know what to get C for Christmas.
Here is, whoops, let me go to John. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, John.
Hey, 1658. Hi, Tenacious C.
Hello.
Tell you
Never
what I
noticed
have.
The smart ones work the judges. It's always a smart move.
Autographed copy of the Partridge Family Christmas album, autographed by David Cassidy.
Wow.
That's it.
Now,
the Christmas album.
did that have the songs from the Christmas special when they pretended that they were in an old West town?
Right, yeah.
And he was carrying that bell around with him?
What is also included that I still have is the insert that looked like an envelope.
How did you get the David Cassidy autograph?
What'd you have to do for that?
I saw him in Vegas.
Oh, you saw him recently?
At a Zach show?
I got the autograph about 8 years ago.
Why?
I went to Vegas and I brought it with me because I knew he was there.
I am
heard the show was good.
cringing.
And I knew the show. He was doing this EFX show. And I knew he was there.
Yeah. I can't imagine what did that ticket cost to get in to see him at the MGM Grand?
$100.
Oh, my God. So then he stands there and meets everybody?
Yeah.
Oh. And you, middle-aged guy, you walk up to him with an old Partridge Family Christmas album. Could you sign this for me?
Stop, I'm getting chills.
Could you write this to John with love?
To John, I think I love you.
right,
David
Sam,
Cassidy.
What do you think?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm liking that one.
All right, okay.
Thank you, C.
You're welcome.
That was humiliating, John.
Thank you, guys.
John, I hope you're a fan of this movie because it's just fantastic. You got the band at their absolute best on their very last night together. Bob Dylan, Joni Mitchell, Muddy Waters, the Staples. It goes on and on. I hate to even say it, Neil Diamond.
All on the last waltz, and you get the new DVD and the new 4-CD box set, courtesy of Rhino Entertainment.
All right, Stalker Patty's on the line, Fuzzy, so I want to go to her. Hi, Stalker Patty.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, honey.
I guess it's a little late for this, but I was going to mention my bubblegum cards. I have Beetle cards, but when I was a kid, I used to buy them 5 for a nickel with a stick of gum in them.
She kept them in between her toes to keep them separated.
Yeah.
Now, those Beetle cards are probably worth a lot of money now.
I don't know. They're not complete sets, though. They're just, like, scattered throughout. You know, I didn't buy every single
But
thing.
maybe if you look on eBay, there's some other people looking to complete their set.
There you go. Somebody wants to finish off their collection.
Yeah, maybe.
Now, where did they used to sell these and what? At just a regular candy store?
Yeah, just like around the corner at the deli. I used to get penny candy there all the time, and
Oh, a lot of people don't know this. Dr. Patty grew up in Liverpool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. But anyway, that was about it.
That's a good one, Patty. Actually, you ought to look into it.
Yeah.
It's probably worth some money.
I hope so.
All right. Bye-bye, Patty.
Yeah, and tell out to calm his nerves.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You know, when
Calm
you're
your
in the,
nerves. Take a tonic.
Yeah, definitely, because what does he care what people drink in there? Is, you know, only time he cares when you have to sign a release form for something legal.
Yeah, that's right. Get in here, Al. Why is the Stalker Patty know more about producing than you do? What the hell
She
is
spends
going
more
on?
time here.
You know, you're not really responsible for what people drink in the green room unless there's a reason for it, like a consent form or something you're going to do.
Right.
Okay, and that's about it.
All right, well, would you listen to her?
And learn.
Patty knows more about this than you do.
I was following proper guidelines.
No, you weren't. I want to actually have you work with Patty for a couple days. Shadow her.
Oh, no.
Shadow her, puppet.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Al's a terrific guy.
How's your toes doing?
What? My foot's doing fine. It was a little swollen. I can't work for the next 4 weeks.
Oh, jeez. Where are we going to get our egg and muffins?
What are you going to do for money now?
I don't know. I applied for disability, and my doctor sent the forms in. I'm just waiting to hear from them. I'm supposed to dog sit at the end of the month, so I'm going to try to get that money advanced and use it all for rent.
Oh, my God.
I'd sell those Beetle cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good idea. Thanks for letting me know that.
Okay, Patty.
All right. You have a good night.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
She couldn't run a cracker box for those Beetle cards.
Stalker Patty. It wants to train out. Al, do you want to shadow her for a couple days?
Just learn from an expert?
I don't think so.
Or do you want to have our intern do your work for you and start calling guests?
I don't know that Patty knows about producing, so I wouldn't want to follow
So
her.
far, the best things we've gotten tonight are from Stalker Patty, Tenacious C, and Gary the O&A Kid.
All right, IKEA boy, who's acting like a producer, as always, on the instant feedback, said that he checked eBay. The Beatles bubblegum cards, mint condition, full set, selling from $125 to $200.
Okay.
So if she's got them in decent condition, she could probably sell those to people that are trying to put their sets together.
She could get something good for that, towards her rent money.
All right, here is...
Al, when you're shadowing her next week, make sure you tell her that.
All right, I'll
and I
update
want you
her.
to make shadow puppets behind her back, too, okay, Al?
I could do that.
Here's Joe. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, I got something that's a little embarrassing. I have a Tiffany pillow.
Oh,
that I
God
put
knows what you were doing to that, huh, big man?
I used to dry hump it. You know exactly what I was doing.
You're not
with it.
alone now.
Were you really dry humping that pillow?
Come on, I was 14 years old. Of course I was.
The original mall rat, Tiffany.
I loved her. That video that she had was so sexy. I used to rub one out to it all the time.
All right, while you're pounding this Tiffany pillow of yours, with the underwear on or off?
No, I'd be on. I'd nut right inside my underwear.
You run one inside the underwear?
Yeah.
And then do what?
I let my mother clean it. I didn't care.
And what'd you do? Walk around with it all in there?
So what? I mean, sometimes I clean it out, or sometimes I forget about it and just let it run, you know?
Sure. Then it's flaking off.
Yeah. Listen, I'm driving a cab. The lady's getting in right now.
Yeah,
Might
tell
be
her what you do to a
continue
pillow.
talking.
Yeah.
Tell
let
her,
her know.
Tell her about your spunk-soaked boxers.
Yeah.
Did you get,
Okay, where you going?
Did you get the new Tiffany?
Hold on, let's see where she's going.
Where you going to? Sunrise Lane in Levittown. All right.
Nice. All right, you're doing well for yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm making some money out here.
And 11th out. What do you think, say?
I'm too grossed out to give it.
All right, I'm sorry about that,
on.
Joe. Joe, if it was up to me, I would have gave it to you.
Hey, big shout out to Billy Staples from Joey Boots.
All right, buddy. Say it. Joey Boots, friend of Billy Staples. All right.
Our program partner.
So,
877-692-1027.
here is Susan. Susan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Susan.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Please, Tenacious D, be charitable.
All right, now you can't beg her.
I have to beg.
That's a turnoff right at the get.
This is very rough.
Hey, you know what, Tenacious D, you're a little dressed up tonight in this sweater of yours. It's a very cute look for you.
Oh, thank you.
You got out of the Primus T-shirt thing you like to come in here. She's wearing Primus one night, Pavement the next.
She likes to break it up a little.
All right, Susan, tell us what you got.
Okay, keep in mind, I was in high school, and I was 17 years old, and the only concert my mother would let me go to was the Osmonds.
Jesus,
because
where'd you
they
grow up,
were so
Utah?
wholesome. And I went home with an Osmonds movie projector with a concert movie.
What the
movie
hell
projector.
for? What'd that cost you, $200?
No, it cost about $75.
Like an 8mm
Yeah,
movie
8
projector.
millimeter. And I have it to this day.
What do you think, say?
Please.
That might be strange enough for me.
Please. My music tastes have changed.
Do you like the people in this show?
I watched the movie last week.
Uh-huh. How did you get tickets for that?
I'm sorry?
Did you get tickets from us for that?
No.
I don't know, Fuzzy.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna let C do it.
Please, Tenacious D, please.
It's all up to the C.
I'm begging.
I think I'll give it to
Oh,
you.
thank you!
I gotta override this one, Fuzzy.
Oh, no,
I
please.
gotta override. I can't stand her begging.
Oh, I won't beg anymore. I play.
Now you're begging about not begging.
Thank you.
You don't think begging's sexy?
All right, I'm gonna not with her. Jesus Christ, no.
Hey,
I'd be begging with her. All right, hold on. I'd rather give it to the guy who spunked in his own shorts. Joey Spunks driving that taxi cab.
The only thing I want to see on Susan's Osmond's movie projector is a snuff film starring her.
That's funny. I would love that. I'd sit and watch it.
And batch on the Tiffany pillow.
You are too nice, see.
And that was our last one. That was our last prize pack, the last waltz, brand new DVD, the new 4-CD box set, and all courtesy of Rhino Entertainment.
All right, when's all this stuff going to sell? Because it's literally the best stuff out there this year.
Right now, the 4-CD box set, that's available right now on Rhino.com, and the brand new DVD, that's going to be in stores everywhere on Tuesday, May 7th. This coming Tuesday.
You know, I would like to be dating you. Say, if please get you to get it up like that.
I like begging. Begging's nice.
When's your boyfriend coming in?
Soon.
Is he really?
There's not much time left. You only have a week left with us.
I'll talk to him about it.
He ain't coming in, is he? You even have a boyfriend? Or is it one of these Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada deals?
That's just weird. People making up a fiance.
All right, Rory, I'm going to tell you right now, if we're not promoting the live show, the Night of Fights, we're not doing it. Tomorrow night.
Okay.
And I am not comfortable with only having 2 weeks out.
Okay.
We'll be back tomorrow.
We'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock right after Opie and Anthony.
Try that again, see?
I just can't.
Come on, you can do it. Try it again.
No! Wait! I'm the one who says things. 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 No!